Hey, welcome. Okay, and we are live, and so we are doing Aliens, the sequel to Alien, and one of the very few films I can say that I would never ever get bored of watching. 'Cause it's fantastic, and one of the very few sequels that many would say is better than the first one. So let's get the first guy in here. I mean, I could do a 5 minute introduction on this guy, but he's got an Aliens a picture right there. Like, my God.
Ah,
I mean, I was gonna
alien is on computer tonight.
I was gonna give you some big
Alien.
intro, but screw it, why not? But yeah, my next buddy.
Yes.
Oh boy, again, another guy with 1,000 titles, but our master thumbnail maker, and
Hey, I drove all the way home for this.
I drove all the way home.
3-hour road trip today, and
Yeah.
Did a 3-hour road trip.
it's actually 3.5. but
Our-
yeah,
Three and a half.
our buddy
I
here.
got
if
my
you,
sword now with me.
you have a sword. Oh my God,
Official nerd status. I bought a fucking sword. Hell yeah.
I love
Freaking
that
nerd.
for you. I love that for you so much.
And the man himself, if you can understand him, but he's here.
From overseas.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah,
It's
Oh my God.
1 o'clock in the morning where you're at.
12 o'clock.
See,
It's
that's not-
midnight?
Wow.
See,
No,
yeah, that's not
yes.
so bad.
Oh, wow.
This is a long movie, you know, and the
Yeah,
fact that we
especially
kinda
when you
have-
watch the director's cut.
Yeah, I mean, it was. So this is. I tried to make.
We can
I
get
tried to
through
make
this
fun-
one.
I tried to make fun of Toxic yesterday about it, but like I got cut off. But it was like it was funny how Toxic was like, "Look, what are your thoughts on director's cut versus theatrical cut?" And I was like, "I love the director's cut," and Bastard was like, "Hey, I like the director's cut. I could do without the Newt on Newt
Yeah.
backstory on LV 246."
Same.
You already get it.
And
You
then,
already
and
get
then
it, don't you?
Toxic's response to those two was like, "All right, so it's settled. The theatrical version it is." And I was like, "What?" And also, as soon as you said that, I was like, "I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have a hard time finding the theatrical version online, especially like for free." bowels of
I'm
the
pretty
internet.
sure that I was in a blackout last night.
Yeah,
so-
it's gonna be like, oh yeah,
Oh,
you're
God.
always blacked out on Dorkside.
Oh yeah.
Funny because like, yeah, I don't know. I was like, it'd be like if you told us like, "Hey, we're gonna watch Blade Runner. Let's do the theatrical cut." I'd be like,
Yeah.
You got a
I-
copy of that I can borrow?
I mean, with Blade Runner, I can't even keep all those. There's like
Yeah, yeah.
500 different
Yeah.
versions
Final
of
cuts.
that.
Final cuts probably the. I mean, I like the director's cut of Blade Runner, but I don't know.
Before I share your screen, Enzo, so I did make a poll in the Critical Drinker group, and surprisingly, like anything, a lot of people, I did say, do you guys like the theatrical version better, director's cut? A lot of people, it's 50-50, I think. A lot of people said, yeah, director's cut, don't care about it.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, some people said,
I think it's like when the
you know.
director's cut has so much. It's like, yeah, you could like some scenes and not care for other scenes.
yeah,
I mean, usually there's a reason why stuff comes off the cutting room floor, but for the most part, like I feel like with Aliens, a lot of stuff was cut out simply for time,
Mhm.
time constraints.
I think
'cause,
so. Yeah, it was really it was a really bad set. Like it was
yeah.
it was not
yeah,
it was
the
not good.
British.
Oh, the
workout.
British were being fucking pricks.
They have
to
tea
Cameron.
time. Is this true?
Yeah.
Bastard?
Yeah, apparently this was the same with Ridley Scott when he went to do Blade Runner. So
Well,
we have like
plus,
different ways of working from what I've heard from people in the industry.
I mean, I got to imagine that must have just been a nightmare. Him trying to
Right.
understand. They'd be like, Barky, got the camera. You want me to bring a camera out to see your aliens, or you got to wind
Cameron's
up in
like,
Barney?"
guys, where's everyone? We got to shoot. Right, it's time for tea, right? Cameron, James, Jim, it's time for the tea.
Jim,
Sounds
it's
about
time,
right.
it's time
We've got
for
a
tea.
fucking $400,000 shoot today, boys. Like, we need
Aw.
to get going. I don't know what the hell. Jim,
The
I don't know
directors
time-
want
Bit
to
of
I
whiskey
solve
in
the
the tea as well.
party.
Bit of whiskey as well. That's
I
why I
like
feel
the tone
so
of this
fucked up.
voice, mate. I want more tea. mate.
Well,
I don't
yeah.
like your tone,
So the
Cameron.
regular version is 2 hours and 17 minutes, and the one you're
Damn.
watching, this
It's
is
like an extra 20 minutes practically.
this is 2 hours and 34 minutes. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah, almost.
Wow.
another-
But yeah, I
almost
was
an
like,
hour.
as soon as I pulled up like the versions I was finding online, I was like, seeing everyone was like 2 hours 34. I was like,
Speaking of, what are you sharing here with your stuff?
oh yeah, I thought a little appetizer. I thought it was funny how like back in the day, all these like violent movies would have like video games and toys and cartoon shows
Yep.
for kids. So I
Yeah.
got a couple of these little Kenner toy commercials. Here we go. Let's do this.
This smells good.
They're unstoppable, but we're gonna stop them anyway. Send in the Marines. We're the Space Marines. Great. Ridley, 8-Bone, station. And I'm Hicks, armed with the latest high-tech heavy metal.
Look out, Hicks! The Queen's gonna crown you! My buck
Pretty sure the
rockers are...
narrator who's playing Hicks is the voice of Yakko Warner. Does a bunch of other cartoon characters.
Roll! Roll alien attacking! Eat torch! Rain!
Alien invasion problem? Send in the Marines!
Send in the Marines!
Space Marines! Aliens!
I want to buy those toys now.
I
Yeah.
want those toys. I want those toys.
Oh, Hicks! Something big is in the air!
What the hell?
It's the alien flying queen!
There was an actual
I used to have
flying
that
queen
toy.
on set. Did you see that?
Actually,
I didn't realize there was one for the commercial.
It's the alien flying queen! And her group.
All right, you get the point. I mean, it's just funny
Yeah.
shit, you guys.
It's
All
just, you know, it's really,
Stop
yeah,
showing us.
funny. A rated R film made for fucking adults is marketed towards 8-year-olds.
I'm not gonna lie,
I
those
love
are
that.
pretty dope though. Those are pretty dope.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. The gorilla alien, you could like fill his head with water and you could squirt water at you. You know, he had like a soft,
Yikes.
squishy head.
yeah.
Ooh,
So,
voodoo.
like,
you
see-
paying for
yeah.
this?
Okay, of course I already know that. So,
I
if
would
people
like.
st-
I would like to point
Yeah.
out that this will not be watched on hard media for me. I am watching it on my computer, so you can
There you
all
go.
suck a dick.
Yay!
You
can all
21st
suck a dick.
century.
So
Yes.
when I show people what we're working with here, yeah, special edition. I got 2 hours 34. Cameron Weaver. Look at the cast right there, man. Freaking
Yeah, we
Paxton,
should all
Uncle
be
Bean.
synced.
Shit. I'll give me a second. Yeah, I'll load it up to the watch button here.
And yeah, unlike Blade Runner, there is only like, extended special director's cut edition, and then there's the theatrical version. Whereas Blade Runner, there's like
Right.
director's cut A, B, C, D, final cut. It's like,
Yeah.
oh god.
That became like a joke with that. What didn't it? With the Blade Runner thing, didn't it become like a joke? How many different fucking versions he had?
It's,
I mean, we can joke about it now and make it a joke now if you want.
Yeah.
All right. If it hasn't, I'm sure it's been done.
a lot of different versions. So, all right. So, you guys ready to watch a nice 2.5 hour alien movie? Oh, yeah. And
I'll
before,
skip the James Cameron intro. Then.
before we start, so like, do you guys? And
My bad.
I'm-
My bad. I'm sorry.
I'm sure you'll agree with. This is one of the very rare times that I think the sequel is better than the first one, but also
Yeah.
a very different tonal shift because the first one is, by all accounts, a slow burn horror film. This is not a slow burn horror film. It's still a horror film, but
Yeah, it's a horror film. It's more like a soldiers caught behind enemy lines.
This
type thing.
time it's war. That was
Yeah.
like the
Intense.
tagline, right?
There's has a few scares, but it's mostly intense.
And that's like one of those like taglines that like you'd see that poster and it would just say aliens in the fucking black background, white text, and this tagline, this time it's war. That's like the kind of poster that would like, holy shit, they're doing a sequel to Alien. This time it's war. Like, oh my God. Like, you would get, you would get excited just from that kind of, that it's so obvious, of a sequel,
Now I just had to mention that because it's like how many times people would say the sequel or the third film would suck, and Aliens, man, back in the 80s, sequels, they are making a lot of sequels, but quality sequels.
Well, it's funny because Cameron's also in charge of the other great sequel, Terminator 2. And again, it's also a tonal shift from the first one, whereas the first one's a horror slasher film. Second one is a action film. And then the third one goes like off the rails and becomes like, in the third Alien movie is like super cynical and nihilistic.
Don't even
And the third Terminator film is also very nihilistic with the entire world ending at the end.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
The Curse of the Reus. All right.
And just like Terminator, I like the third Alien and third Terminator movie. I don't mind them.
All right, so I got my volume at half. All right, I want to see my cursor here.
Yeah.
I mean,
All
your
right.
cursor.
My
I don't know
cursor's
what's-
bigger.
Cursor. I mean, well, yeah,
All right.
it's, we all know that.
Right.
That's a given. But all right, so 3, 2,
Beer can Enzo.
1, and start. Sit.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I gotcha. See, this is a thing. I can move the cursor around. I don't have to deal with the fire stick.
Tony, man. Yeah. Cursors are better than sticks.
So yeah.
Can I get a flash of see where you're at real quick? Oh,
Right there.
darkness.
Dark.
So there's no copyright, just a black screen.
All
There
right,
you go.
we're good. I'm good. I'm synced.
A Brandywine
I'm
production.
in.
Okay.
Brandywine. Now that was
Tell me when James Cameron
Legend.
name pops up.
Ridley Scott.
Right there. See, James Cameron.
So remember Ridley Scott, how he made that movie Legend with Tom Cruise and the unicorns? Well, those little elves, they drink Brandywine, right? So that's why it's like one of Ridley Scott's first.
I didn't know that.
film
I didn't know
studios.
that.
Before, I guess it became after that, he started doing Ridley Scott's new one. It's got like horses or some shit.
Ridley
It
Scott's
doesn't.
new one?
His production company.
Oh,
I can't remember what it's
Oh,
called.
was it
I
a
don't know.
horse's
I don't
one?
know.
All right.
Henrik
Yeah,
Scott.
I don't know.
Fuck, I don't know. You know,
Can't-
I might as well just quit my fucking job, guys. What am I here for? I don't know Ridley Scott's production company house name.
He's here for that beer can.
I also like the television
look
like
at that.
visors or whatever, like the weird blast shields that the titles presented in.
Yeah.
Also, you're gonna see my face light up with the screen anytime that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Always
that's
makes it
cool.
fun.
We always enjoy that.
James
I will tell you
Horner.
that I have a strange phobia of space. I blame
That's
the
strange. It's the most fucking dangerous place on. Yeah.
well because there's
Can't
but
breathe. Can't,
well-
there's no sound or anything. You fucking die.
right.
Just die.
Yeah.
That's
well,
it.
it's that. Here's the thing. In Florida, I grew up in Florida, and they were like super like NASA porn was everywhere. It was in every
Oh, yeah.
books and me, like it was all over the place. And I remember seeing a thing where they were like, "Hey, if the space shuttle ever has a problem, one astronaut has a UAV suit, and in it he has like a little umbilical cord and a bubble, and the bubble was like this like thing that another astronaut could like be in." And I
Yeah.
remember seeing that picture, and that astronaut looked horrified,
Oh,
and that just scared
Yeah.
the shit out of me.
I think that's why you'll probably be better at space because you're already scared. I think most people
No,
aren't scared of
it's over.
space, and then when you realize like when you get up there and you see the planet from down there, it freaks. I'm sure it freak you out, dude. Ugh.
Probably
I
makes you
love this
feel
glitter.
very insignificant as well. That there's so much more out there, making you look smaller.
Say goodbye. This is officially the end of the Jack Honey. So
Is
So
that the
I-
one that you got from your like awesome $50
Oh, yeah.
super chat?
good old
Your
dark
35%
It's-
bottle.
dark Sith.
It's basically a wine cooler. No, I'm just joking. I liked how like in HD, I used to think that the all the gear inside that spaceship was like covered in like all the black. I thought it was all like glittery black plastic.
Yeah.
I mean, it might be, but when you see it in HD, you realize that was supposed to be like ice frozen over.
Right.
Is your version super loud or is that mine? Yeah, you might want to turn down
well,
your
mine's-
version.
All right. let me turn
Mine's
it down.
muted. Mine's muted. I just got the
I'll
captions
share
on.
it
Like,
again.
I mean,
cool.
when you share your screen, is it louder than
Yeah,
us? I
listen.
mean, basically, as long as it's not.
That's
Yeah,
too
that's
loud?
fine. That's good. That's
Okay.
no, that's perfect, bro. That's perfect.
All right.
good. Yeah, as
Just
long
like
as
that,
it's
'cause
not like.
What's my so like what you're hearing, what I'm hearing is two different sounds, so I
Right.
can't really
Yeah.
tell.
No, it's all right.
Oh,
It's all right.
Yeah, nice,
Yeah.
but nice good opening.
Did you
though.
guys? So did you guys see Alien first, or did you see this first? Because I
saw
this
this one first.
So this
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
first.
Yeah,
I
so
think
did
no,
I.
Alien
Yeah.
3 first, then this. I
My
kinda saw them
grandfather was so proud of his Laserdisc collection. This is one of the first Laserdiscs he had, and he booted this on.
this
on
is
like
not a
lazy
laser
Sunday
disc.
afternoon.
This is like a life scanning thing. Just 'cause-
Thank you,
no,
Enzo. Just thank you, Enzo.
back in my day.
What's the years difference in real time between Alien and Aliens?
57 years.
In
No, in
real time.
real
In
time.
real time, Enzo.
Oh, in Earth time. I
Yeah.
guess 5 years. I think. no, actually 6 or 7 years. Hell yeah.
Wow.
Is it?
Take your time with your sequels, guys. Like, yeah, 3-year minimum for a sequel, please.
Yeah.
Like, spend time, like as much time as you spent writing the first one.
Yeah.
Spend about half that time at least writing the second one.
Well.
I got to make
maybe.
money quick, don't
The
they?
worst is when you try to push out a sequel. Like a year
Wasn't
later.
it you Enzo, that said it was good that they had Kill Bill 2 pop up right after Kill Bill 1?
Well,
Didn't
I mean,
you
it's
say that?
different. Obviously, it's different if
Well,
you
that's
write
different.
both
Right,
at the
it-
same time.
Both at the same time, yeah.
But like, if you write a standalone movie and the producer's like, "Let's make a sequel," it's like, yeah, okay, give me 3 years at least to make it fucking worth a shit. Otherwise,
Yeah.
it's just going to be bullshit, cash grab, repeat the same thing. That's usually what a sequel is. Just repeat the same
Now,
thing. and do
now
the same.
also Enzo on the opposite side, what is too like I'm getting kind of, except for maybe Top Gun Maverick is the only exception, but I'm kind of getting burnt out of these sequels 35 years later.
Oh, right,
Like,
right.
I mean, it took you 30 years to write a fucking script for a sequel.
Yeah, that's
God
too
damn.
long.
I mean,
Like,
so what do you think?
yeah.
What do you think is a sweet spot? Like 10 years, 5 years? I mean,
no, like I said, 3 to 6 years is a fine time. My 1 year's,
Yeah.
2 years, no, that's too quick.
yeah,
Takes a year to
Yeah.
fucking put a movie in pre-production, practically. Like, what?
yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you're
No.
unless the script is written by the time the fucking first one premieres, okay,
Uh-huh.
I'll allow it.
No, I mean, I definitely understand something like say Mission Impossible, or John Wick. If it's like part 1 of 2, I can get they filming it back to back because it's one storyline, but they can't make it into like one
Right.
5-hour movie. But
But we all know the famous pitch story, right? It's like of Alien of James Cameron, right? Writing on the board,
Yeah.
Wrote alien, then you write an S, aliens, and everyone's like, oh, and then he puts the S into a dollar sign, and everyone's like, yay!
I
It
didn't
was
know
that
that.
easy.
That's pretty dope. That's
Oh, you
pretty
didn't know
dope,
that? Yeah,
though.
that was his whole pitch. He literally didn't say a word. He wrote
Good for
fucking
him.
word on a like. This guy knows what he's doing. Hate it when people like shit on camera, and it's like,
Listen, is it wrong that I think that I like Burke? I think I like.
oh my god,
I would
Burke
party
is
with
such a
Burke.
sleazeball.
I like Burke. Burke is so believable as a good guy. Like,
in these
don't you
earlier
believe him?
scenes, in these
I like
earlier
the
scenes,
actor,
sure.
Paul
And I
Reiser.
do.
He's
I
always
don't.
good.
I don't understand this like future fashion of the raised suit lapel on the top
Yeah.
half.
Mm.
Strange.
That was the big thing in the like that Back to the Future too. Everybody had that kind of shit on too. Oh, and
Was
then
this
the
an
G-
actual thing in the 80s, or was this like this? This was like the idea of what they thought the this is
this is
tailor
what
made.
they
for them.
thought.
Yeah.
This is what they thought the future would be.
Your collar will be popped whether you like it or not, motherfucker. In the future, all
seems-
collars will be popped.
So
He's-
right
I-
there.
I- he
57
seems so
years.
sincere. He seems so sincere here.
Oh
like
my god, I'm
Yeah.
so stupid. I don't have subtitles on my copy. Turn it on.
what?
There we go. No, I do. I just don't have them on.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
stupid.
So he's saying that like basically blind luck is how they found her because
Yeah, I mean
she's
it's
just
space,
floating.
dude. The odds, like, because people don't think in 3 planes. It's like bad enough to find something like on open water where it's 2 planes, but imagine like
Yeah.
up and
Right.
down. And that's
Oh.
another thing that bothers me in space movies is spaceships are always on the same like
Mhm.
axis. They're always like chasing each other. They never like come in at like perpendicular angles or whatever. They're
You
never
know,
like
It's just kind of
Why
weird
did
how
you
like
know
this dream sequence is kind of like the opening for the next film in a sense,
Yeah.
because this is what the whole plot of part 3.
But it's like kind of like this, like once you encounter the alien, you have this like innate fear that you might have one of those things inside you. That's kind of the
Yeah.
point about the third movie. It's like this defeatist attitude,
Yeah.
like no matter what I do, these fucking aliens are going to torment me for the rest of my life. No matter what.
I
part
will
of the
give
year.
this to Alien 3. Alien 3 has some really good dialogue, like excellent dialogue.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like where
The
she
prop.
when
Nice.
she's like saying she's like you've been in my life so long I can't even remember a time when you haven't been.
Mm.
You know.
Yeah.
Um
I like the part
So
where Charles S. Dutton is like, I'm a rapist and murderer of women. I just wanted to say that on Blue Collar's channel. I'm sorry.
which actually that's
Yeah,
okay.
thanks.
That-
Soundbite.
well, that wasn't even Charles Dutton. That wasn't even a line. They were like, Charles, your line was supposed to be,
Oh.
I'm
He's like
eating
ad-libbing.
right now.
It's like him off camera.
because he was in prison. But I have a theory. I want what are you guys' thoughts here? I have a theory that
The cat
Well,
is why they got rescued. He did.
no, I have a theory that
Goddamn cat.
the company having sent her on that mission purposely let her fucking float around out there for that long till the people that were responsible were
Look at that
dead.
green-
Like she
that
was like a
green
dirty
screen.
secret
Yeah.
and just
Oh,
let her
maybe.
flow.
I actually
But
thought
I'll
you were
shut
gonna
up.
say
Let
that
me-
for some reason.
So the fact that they got rescued is like a thorn in their side.
Yeah, let me shut
I
up.
also
Let me
like
shut up.
how we
'cause this
finally
is one
get
of
the
okay.
because
go ahead.
originally
Yeah.
what was the company named? The company was just called in the first
Wayland
movie.
Wayland
No, but
Yutani.
what are they called? They don't. It wasn't until this movie
Just
where
they
they-
called it the company in the
the
first
company. Yeah, the company. And then it's like Wayland Yutani. He finally gets a name, and what a cool name.
Colonial administration.
movie.
Yeah.
Anyone want to talk about what we're watching here?
Do you have any news
Oh, yeah.
about my daughter? So she
Ended
wants to know about
scene,
it. Yeah.
yeah, obviously, right from the projection screen. This is all director's cut. We're
Well,
gonna
let's
see the
This
Go
does
on,
make
Luke.
it. This does make our connection with Newt a bit stronger. Though it gives a bit.
Yeah,
more
this is
context.
me and Luke. Me and Luke agree. This is the one scene we agree should have been left in there. The rest of
Yeah.
it is interesting, but
Yeah.
this was kind of crucial.
That's
it
why I
also
said-
needs to be like they can't have any kind of her. She needs to be severed from Earth completely. Like her one connection to Earth, her daughter has passed on, so there's really nothing down there for her. Because like if you have this idea, like, oh, you've been gone 57 years, that's not a long
Yeah.
time.
Did
Your
you
daughter
guys
could
know
be
that
60
she
years
was
old.
nominated for an Oscar? And I think if this scene had been in the movie, I think she would have won.
Wow.
Really?
She knocks it out of the fucking park. Can you play the scene a little bit or no?
First ever for an actress in an action sci-fi movie.
Nice.
Wow.
I think
Yeah,
if this scene
yes.
had been in there, I think she would have won.
Her 11th birthday. Oh, and my husband too. I miss him a little bit too, I guess. Whatever his name
Well, I
is.
mean, she was essentially a space truck driver, so she was probably a single mom, if we're being honest.
Mm.
Well, then that's even worse, leaving her fucking daughter
Mm.
behind. Obviously, there's a
That's the thing.
Maybe
most of
she's.
these-
There's
most
a
of these
new
are-
canon that she's gay. Actually, Ripley was gay, and maybe she had like an in vitro birth with
Uh,
a lesbian mother,
God.
Well,
lesbian
there-
wife.
I
I'd
did
buy
hear-
it if you made Ripley gay. It wouldn't change her at all. Wouldn't fucking change her character at
I
all.
don't
Wouldn't-
think so.
I did
One
hear
thing
that she
they
was kind
did-
of a pin-up for lesbians, and yes, I kind of see that a little bit.
Yeah, she's
Yes.
a little dykish in this.
It's like
for
Wolverine.
sure.
Like she's one of the few characters. If you fucking made her bi or whatever, I'd buy it.
But I mean, that theory goes out of the window with Alien 3 when fucking Lord Tywin fucking gives her the high hard one.
Oh right, you're right.
Yeah.
Never mind.
He was the only thing I liked in that movie apart from Sigourney Weaver.
So right now we're breaking down from a corporate standpoint. Of course, the 80s, everyone's smoking inside an office right here.
They got their
which
pop
is-
collars.
Okay.
These
So
are all
when that-
frat boys. That's
that
what I
is-
love about.
That
You
is
go
one
to
thing
like a-
that does not exist now. Smoking indoors.
See,
in
this is
offices
one of
and
the
clubs.
extended scenes. This stuff, this background on them, I don't like because it gives away the
No, I
game a
love
little
it.
bit.
Yeah,
It
I
gives
mean,
away the game a little too early as far as like them being, having.
I think a whole point of like a lot of the director's cut was like the theatrical cut, anyways.
Yeah.
Like take out this movie's too long and get to the aliens faster.
Hmm.
And I think that was like probably
Well,
the number one.
If you
production
guys
note.
pay it, if you ever get bored and you want to zoom into the back, the screen roll of what's her name, Lambert, her
Mhm.
thing says that she's a fucking hermaphrodite or a transsexual.
But it's funny how right now,
Future.
like she's did IQ's just drop sharp when I was away.
I love that fucking line.
Yeah.
I love this line.
I like every line in this
She's
movie
got
almost.
lines
That's
up,
the
right?
thing.
Yeah. But she
If I,
basically,
if I
it's like,
stopped
Milk
every
the
time
fuckers
I
from
heard a
orbit
line
just
I
to make
liked,
sure.
we'd be
Yeah.
stopping a lot.
well, that's what she's saying.
I
It's
like this
these-
lady too.
These
I
guys
like how
don't
you get
fucking believe her.
the battle of the lesbians at the board meeting right now. You know, I like how she's the one giving the most refuting evidence to you. It's like, listen, bitch, I wear a tie around here.
Yeah.
Took me years to
Yeah.
earn this tie.
Definitely looks like someone that would cancel us straight away.
Those things exist.
Thank you, Officer Ripley. That will be all.
Please, you're not.
What like people how they go with that. So we're in the future. You don't believe an alien exists with fucking acid blood, but you have cyborgs. We're in the future. You believe in alien planets, space travel.
Well,
But
it's
you-
one of those
you
things
know.
like on the first viewing, you would think these guys are just idiots, but it's only until the second and multiple viewings that you'd realize, oh, these motherfuckers are just lying.
Yeah.
I get it. That makes more sense. And that's why I think it's better in the movie because it's like rewarding on multiple views. Because I don't think the
Mm.
first time you're watching it, you just think you're with Sigourney. You just think these guys are idiots.
Yeah,
And it's only
exactly.
until later when you realize like Paul Reiser's like a fucking double agent and
Mm.
like they didn't report any of this stuff and all this, you know, it's like, sleazy assholes.
Yeah, but it happens. I always feel like that happens with horror films or just like religious films. Oh, I believe in the devil. I believe in God. Didn't you see an angel? Angels don't exist, but you believe in God. Then you finally see an angel and you don't believe in this shit.
Oh,
Released on your own recognizance for a 6-month period of psychometric probation.
Crazy.
This is the whole turn in your badge and gun scene
Yeah.
right here. You've gone over the line one too many times, Lieutenant Ripley. Turn in your badge and gun.
Yeah, just whips out a
Close.
fucking gun for no reason.
I had to turn in my badge and gun. I got that taken away from me once.
Shit.
nice.
that
Was the guy? Did the guy yell at you when he said it? Or
No, they were.
how
like,
does it happen
sta-
in real life? How does it happen in real life when you turn in your badge?
They
and gun?
call you. I mean, I can't speak for every time. I can tell you what happened. They called me in the commander's office, and they said, so based on your recent actions, because I got in a bar fight here in the town I live in now, they said, based on your recent actions, we're going to relieve you of duty and put you at a desk. We need you to turn in your badge and your weapon.
Oh,
so,
so it was
like,
like
you-
a movie.
Yeah, and I
Cool.
pulled my badge out, and then like there was a guy in the corner who I did not know who worked for he was like a CID type criminal investigation division, and he was like standing there kind of like looked like he was ready to pull his shit out, and I pulled my Beretta out, dropped the mag, popped the round that was in the chamber.
I wonder if
I wish I would have done something cool like catch it, but I was so upset. I just
Is
laid
there a
it on the
scene in a
desk.
movie ever where the guy's like supposed to turn in his badge and his gun and he puts the badge down and he pulls the gun out and he cocks it and fucking blows his brains out in front of the fucking commissioner or whoever?
I believe that's probably pretty
158.
likely. Yeah, I don't. I
At
got
least
Or it's happened
Yeah,
in
this
real
could
life,
be cut out.
probably.
this scene is just so unnecessary. I really
Yeah.
You get it already. You
I don't
already
think
get
it's
it.
unnecessary, but it definitely could have been like shortened. Because I know in the theatrical cut they show like a little bit of this stuff, don't they? No, it's none of it. They don't show
No,
a single
none of
second
there's
of it.
none
Right,
of this.
right.
This
We
was
just
how
we just cut to Paul Reiser, and it's like, hey, you know how we just had that meeting about them? Well,
yeah.
they're all
No,
fucking,
it cuts right to Ripley smoking the longest ash cigarette ever
And you
in
know
her
what?
room.
I guess another problem with this is like it. I guess if you're accurate, this should be taking place like congruently when they're rescuing Ripley, which means you kind of got to like go back in time a little bit, because like by the time they get
no, because you're forgetting how long it takes for them to get out there. It takes them a few weeks just to get there.
right,
Also-
but they lose. I guess it's a few days later where Reiser shows up. I don't think. I guess you don't understand like the length of time it's been when Reiser finally shows up. To
I mean,
Ripley's
there's a
room and it's
pacing
like, hey,
problem. No, there's a pacing problem. Well, the reason this was removed
feels like it's later that day. You know, when he knocks on the door and he's like, "Hey, we lost contact of LV2."
The reason that this is removed is exactly how you called it, Enzo. It's because of they needed to make a certain amount of time, and Gail Hurd and one of the editors came to Cameron because he was knocking his head against the wall trying to figure it out, and she's like, "Listen, you're not going to like this, but let's just take that whole Hadley's Hope scene and just yank it." And he was like, "You know what? I think we can do that." Because at first he balked at the idea, and then he was like, "You know what? Okay." This is almost verbatim, and if you match this scene against the opening scene in T2 where Miles Dyson and his assistant are going over, the performance team needs to look at the thing, sign it out of the thing. It's almost exactly the same.
Yeah.
I find it hard to believe they'd still have big wheels in the future, but I mean, I don't know.
Also styrofoam cups too, but
Right.
it's the 80s.
Yeah.
You know, I just realized I don't have time to look for it, but I do have a comic book copy of Newt's story, which was basically the comic book version of the movie, which basically featured all this deleted scene stuff, which would have made sense as a comic book, and then the rest of the movie as a comic.
Yeah.
Carrie Henn that played Newton never did another movie after this. She became a teacher.
Yeah, you blame her. Children actors. I mean, that's the thing. It's like they either get corrupted or get out.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is another thing. Some people on the group, they felt like the extra scene, they felt like this was kind of like just fluff. It wasn't needed. So,
well, Cameron himself even said it later, like looking back on it, even though it sucked to have to get rid of this entire scene, he said that showing so much of this stuff that he says Ridley Scott had done better. He's like, I tried to pay homage to what Ridley did in the first movie. Yeah, but
yeah, sometimes less is more.
Yeah,
because the audience gets it anyway. They do.
Yeah,
I think it just works better with Newt just popping up later. Like I don't feel like I don't think that any of this is necessary.
Yeah,
it just
fill in the blanks yourself, don't you?
Yeah.
On top of a film already being like what 2 hours and 20 minutes and stuff. This is just an extra 22 minutes that they
Well, like I said, it just seems like the powers that be, this is the version they want us to watch from now on. So when I go look online for a copy of Aliens, the special edition, 17 minutes, extra scenes.
Yeah.
I mean, all the scenes are Ripley discussing her daughter with Burke. Ripley is demoted by the board. Newt's parents discovering the abandoned alien ship on LV-426. I keep getting that number wrong. A tour through the Sulaco prior to the Marines waking up. Hudson bragging about his weaponry. Ripley hesitates before she enters the colony complex on the planet. Robot sentry guns repelling 2 alien raids. The Marines theorizing about an alien leader as the source of an eggs. That was in the director's cut too. And Hex Ripley exchanging first names. That's a lot. That's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
You got the scene where they're like a queen. It's like, what's laying all the eggs? You're telling me that wasn't in the theatrical cut?
No.
Wow.
And to be honest, I don't really find it.
Some people don't like the queen.
The sentry guns thing was one of those things. I remember one of my friends had the director's cut back in the 90s, and he was like, yeah, there's this whole scene where they have sentry guns that are like blasting the aliens, and I'm like, you're lying. That's not true. That's not true. He's like, no, for real.
Well, yeah, it's funny because I don't know, as far as like the Queen goes, like I said, like people who think Alien is a superior film, it's mostly because they have a problem with the Queen Alien, because the Queen Alien kind of takes out that whole perfect organism idea,
I
Because
think
there's a deleted scene in the original Alien where you find out that the alien is laying more eggs somehow
yeah.
on the ship. And because that was deleted, we get this idea of like, the
Yeah.
idea that the aliens could self-populate
Oh.
would make them way more dangerous. The idea that you need like some kind of breeding class.
Hey, West, look at that shit.
Ashy cigarettes.
Good God.
She's deep in thought. She's been deep in thought for at least 10 minutes? Is that how long that takes?
I mean,
I don't know. I've never smoked before.
Our extra slow burning menthol cigarettes will. God, I love how it's
Looks
all like
a jigsaw,
disarray.
that.
Yeah, she's like in the poor part of the spaceship, like
She is
Titanic,
in the port. Yeah, she's
Yeah.
definitely in the
the
shitty
lower
part.
decks.
Ever go to a fucking tower block in England? Yeah, they look like that, only less glamorous.
Oh my god. I'm
Like
Yeah.
he's gonna drop a bomb that like we haven't heard from them for like 2 weeks or some shit.
mm,
Which is why, like in the theatrical cut, like there needed to be like some kind of fade, like some kind of maybe a quick little montage so we can show the passage of time.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, this feels like the same day as the board meeting. Because I mean, you're in space.
Yeah,
There's no.
films don't do that anymore. They just
she's
assume
cut her
that,
hair, but she's cut her hair though.
Oh, right. Okay, so it's been a little while. Her hair is a little shorter. I like how her hair keeps getting shorter in the first two movies, first two sequels.
Very tough hombres.
it's all phone breeze.
State-of-the-art.
You got
So
the
what's-
Alien 2 and the Alien 3 haircut right there in one frame.
Me, I'm not a soldier.
I'm not a soldier.
They are not soldiers either.
And we're
Ellen.
Marine.
They're Marines.
Uh-huh.
Maggot.
Okay.
Again, I gotta tell you, man. I'm looking at, even though I know he's a piece of shit turncoat,
Why are you doing
I believe him. I
Right.
actually,
He's
he
a
sells me
salesman.
on
Yeah,
this.
He's
could
a
have been-
he's
salesman. That's his
good.
job.
It could have been
Devil.
another sleaze bag. It could have been another sleaze bag that practically had sleaze bag tattooed on his forehead. But no,
My favorite thing is whenever you're dealing with these corporate higher ups or these politicians, you're basically dealing with an old frat boy. Once you have that in mind, like you can have them, you can bust them down to size a little bit. It's just a bunch of frat boys. These guys
Yeah.
are all Sigma Phi Alpha asshole. Whatever.
I have another theory. You guys want to hear it?
Yeah,
Sure.
you say it. Well, of course, yeah. Why wouldn't you stop asking? We want to hear this shit.
Because I'm like a pretty girl. I want to hear.
Do you want to
know
hear my
thoughts.
idea?
I think that they wanted Ripley to go to tie up loose ends. I think
Oh,
they
yeah,
knew it was a one-way mission, and she was at one loose end. So,
Hopefully
because I
get her
mean, really,
yeah, she knows a lot of shit.
she
knows.
doesn't add anything that much as an advisor, and I think they, I think they sent her hoping that she just wouldn't come back.
What's funny is like, I guess the one criticism I would say about the second movie versus the first one has all this great metaphorical meaning about like, I mean, I guess like the metaphorical analogy of the first one is all about graping,
Mm,
it's like
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
the
I
idea
love
is like when the sexes are switched, and you have a man being penetrated against his will and impregnated. That was kind of like the whole horror behind the alien,
Yeah.
and save for like a few like one chest burster scene and the dream, there really isn't any of that that impregnation fear
So
too
she's-
much in this movie.
So she's still having PTSD from the alien encounter from the first film.
But yeah, instead the metaphors about this movie are pretty on the nose, but they're good. It's all about like PTSD and soldiers crying up, getting brave and protect the motherly, protecting these kids and stuff, all that good stuff. It's not as nuanced as the first one. The first one's a fucking one of those, like, you think it's kind of boring, but you watch it 100 times and you realize like, oh, there's so much going on in this movie.
You got to admit that thing with the clear plastic card that dials right to your video phone is pretty dope.
Yeah.
My eyes waking up like
Static images in the future.
That's
What
what
is
I'm
that?
going to do on my business card. It's going to be a little thumb card, a little QR code, which are so outdated. But when you scan it, it's like all of a sudden, like it's calling me. It's like video calling me. I was like, whoa, I'm not ready for this. I thought this was going to take me to a website.
That's the plan. You have my word on it.
sure, we're gonna wipe them out. We're definitely not gonna kidnap them and use them as a biological weapon.
I
Sure.
promise.
Has
Yeah.
Paul Reiser ever
It's like the
played
fact that you
Steve
even
Martin?
have to ask, like, promise me you won't
Has
keep
Paul
these
Reiser
things.
ever played sleazebags in other films? Because I've mostly seen him in
No.
more comical
He's
stuff.
fucking mad about
Um,
you.
Yeah, he's a sleazebag in The Boys. And
Oh yeah,
Oh
later
yeah,
roles.
yeah.
He's
It's been
good
a
as a
while since
dad
watched
in
that, though.
Whiplash.
he's kind of a sleazebag in fucking Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah, but it's kind of a funny.
But for the
sleazebag,
most part,
you know,
he's like,
sits in
yeah,
my
he
office.
generally plays like good guys.
Look at that ship.
That's pretty fucking badass looking ship.
The
gotta
ship just
admit.
looks like a
Wow.
gun. Like they're there to fucking.
The
They're
ship
literally
does look
Yeah,
like a
it
gun.
does. It just actually
Yeah.
looks like one of
giant
their
gun,
fucking guns
ready
and
to
all.
fucking shoot people.
It's
How do you
like-
land that thing? I guess you don't.
Careful if I show
Well,
that. Sure.
I mean, I think I've already told you guys this was the movie. Watching this when I was 10 years old, I wanted
Oh,
to be
yeah.
a soldier so bad. The only thing I wanted to be
That's a
was
lot-
a colonial,
lot of
a
fucking
colonial
guns.
Marine. Yeah,
Yeah,
on
I
top,
think
on top, on top of
this,
that toy line too, in that
I think you
commercial Enzo
mentioned this-
shared.
yeah, I think Toxic mentioned that this did get a lot more people recruiting the army when this came out.
Mm.
Yeah.
From what I heard.
Ooh. I want a missile strapped with a fucking gun on top of it. What is that? Like
Look at the power loaders back in the day.
the power loader, right? Yeah, this is a badass set. Like you literally have a camera in a
Cameron.
room.
Yeah, Cameron really knew how to use his equipment to, you know what I mean, like the motion tracker things
I
set
don't
up.
think he actually money launders like most of these Hollywood producers. Like when my budget is $100 million, he spent that $100
You
million
see it
on the
screen.
movie.
Yeah,
He didn't spend it on drugs
Yeah.
and
It's
buyouts.
such a shame to have seen him go from this to fucking, blue people fucking.
Yeah,
Dances
but the
with Wolves.
production design in Avatar 2, it's like Avatar 1, you
Yeah.
still see where the money's going. Like he's not money laundering with any of these movies. Like or
Yeah.
if he is, he's smart. Now, of course, there's a mirror right
Yeah.
after the third pod. There's two. Yeah,
That's correct. That is
Yeah.
it
correct.
just looks
Nice.
like a fucking huge corridor.
No, we even said even in 2022. I mean, watching Avatar from 2009, it still looks fucking 15 years later. The CGI looks better than most shit I've seen in the past 5 years.
Yeah,
It's-
CGI these days is fucking dog shit.
Yeah.
Assholes and elbows.
Oh yeah.
So I grew up wanting to be Hicks, and I thought he was the coolest soldier I'd ever seen. I wanted to be
Oh,
just
Bush.
like him,
Yes.
and
no,
I
no bras.
Obligatory Ripley in her
Baxter.
underwear. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
I sort of acted like Hudson,
Hmm.
and then later when I became a sergeant, I was pretty similar. If we were going on a mission or going out in the field, I was pretty similar to Apone.
I like how none
uh,
of them have diapers or anything in cryo sleep. Like they don't.
Doesn't it shut your body down?
Yeah, but
Doesn't-
you would wake up and you'd be like, I have to like, please tell me there's at least more than one stall in the bathroom.
Like Austin
Please
Powers.
tell me that we all don't have to be in line for the
Yeah.
bathroom right now. That's gonna be
Evacuation.
camp.
yeah. Austin Powers, like it.
And
Like he was-
Drinkers interviewed him as well, hasn't he?
What was that?
Oh, I forgot his fucking name now, but
Here's something funny. At the film's premiere, Paul Reiser's sister physically struck him because his character Burke was so contemptible.
I
Hell
like
yeah,
that.
good acting.
God, I hate this goddamn job. There's Sigourney. There you go.
Get a few
love
pumps in as soon as you
Vasquez.
wake up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
God,
she's
I
awesome.
love Vasquez so much.
She doesn't even need to take a piss.
Uh,
She literally
no-
absorbed it all in her body. It's maximum
that.
You know what?
efficiency.
Janet Goldstein
Yeah.
does not do it for me, but yeah, I fucking love doing it.
Now, besides makeup, like how much of a tan did she have to get for
No
this
way.
film? You know,
Good call.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Probably spray.
I
on.
would have
She thought
never
she
in
was
a
a-
million. Yeah.
Yeah,
She
you
thought
see
she
her
was
in
auditioning
Titanic.
You thought she
Yeah,
thought she was auditioning
yeah.
for an illegal immigrant movie.
She's all
Mhm.
redheaded and freckled in
I know.
Titanic.
to say right now, I
And
can't
also
do.
in Terminator 2,
Here
she's very
comes-
freckled.
No. Have you?
What a great line.
She
You
got some
ever
big
been
old titties,
mistaken
too.
for a man? No, have you?
There's no disrespect here either. Today she would be more disrespectful. But yeah,
I'll tell you
no,
right now. Yeah, but that casting choice would never happen nowadays. No fucking way.
Hudson.
she takes the piss out of her soldiers, but she's never full on insults them. They still have
Yeah.
disrespect for each other.
Yeah,
Juicy colonists.
What's funny considering this film came out when I was 5 years old and a kid before the internet and shit. I didn't know that was the same actress that was in Terminator 2, and you
Oh,
you
yeah.
believe this was an actual Hispanic woman. Like, oh shit, like
So when they call the sergeant, when they call him Top, top means you're the highest ranking enlisted person. So
Hmm.
you call him. So if he's the highest ranking sergeant first class or above, or in his case a master sergeant, they'll call him top.
So right now,
Whoa.
Bishop. So how I forgot. When do we find out what Bishop is? Right here.
Right
Yeah,
here.
after this,
Okay, yeah.
he's gonna cut his hand doing
been a
the
while.
knife trick, the hand trick. Do the knife trick. It's like
Bishop, what are you doing, man?
you asked for the knife trick, you're gonna get it. Yeah, this is
Right,
so
right, hold on,
good.
ready? Save it.
Quit
Yeah.
messing around, man.
Lance Henriksen is always fucking good.
Every fucking dumb kid tried this immediately.
Oh,
With
God,
a
look at
pencil.
that.
Everybody in school got a pencil out.
Yeah,
and
nobody
tried
did it
this.
with a knife, hopefully.
Fucking awesome. Yeah.
Thank you.
What's funny is he accidentally cuts his own hand, but not
Sure.
Hudson's.
I remember. Yeah, I was in middle school. Everyone had friggin' kids had. It was funny, man. Yeah, every kid had friggin' sporks. We do that shit.
Cornbread.
That's the thing with Bishop. He appears creepy, but it turns out he's not that bad.
Yeah,
after
yeah,
all.
you're very, everything is based off of the first movie. You're like, that's
Yeah.
why she's super worried about
Yeah.
not doing experiments on the xenomorphs. That's why she does not trust fucking Bishop at all. The last one tried to rape her mouth with a magazine,
Yeah, I was,
like
I
a
was
rolled
what?
up porno
Yeah.
mag.
See,
As soon as I first saw that, I was like, "You can really fucking kill people that way." Is that
Is
right?
this
But it's not-
is
that's-
this the inception of fucking politically correct pronouns here in this movie?
Yes,
I don't
yeah.
like to be. I don't like to be called that. I prefer.
I prefer to
artificial person.
synthetic, artificial person.
Malfunction.
But it's funny how she didn't know until she saw him friggin' bleed the milk blood there. You know.
Ugh.
Milk of the puppy. Oh, of course. The 20. Yeah. I love in Alien Isolation those creepy fucking synthetics that are on the ship because they have like no face. They have like emotionless face and glowing eyes. They look like doll people, and they are fucking assholes.
Oh. So yeah. So damn. So friggin'. He's basically telling Ripley that he can't harm humans. It's
That's fake.
Yeah.
Does he actually
It's
feel
the
emotions?
Asimov
Those-
laws. That's a painting.
yeah. Oh really?
The thing
Damn
with Bishop,
HD. You can see how the film grain doesn't move at all. Go ahead. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the thing with Bishop, does he actually feel emotions, or is he just programmed to sort of mimic it at the
I don't know.
time?
You
I
know.
don't know.
who
Yeah.
knows?
It's
Because
either art. It's
It looked
yeah,
genuinely hurt though when fucking Ripley just swiped that thing off him.
interesting backstory. Vasquez and Drake actually grew up together in Hispanic slums, and they were drafted into the Colonial Marines because they were in a juvenile prison.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's why they're like
All we know is
kinda
that there's
broed
no
out.
contact with the colony and that the
Yeah, if I was
So-
hiring for fucking secret military missions,
Oh,
like
in fact,
this,
so-
I'd get
so-
juveniles.
So no one knows what the hell a xenomorph is right here. What the hell we dealing with right here? Ripley?
The way that they talk, though, the way they talk when he's like, "What?" So what does that mean?
possibly a xenomorph.
And you hear him say it to the side. He goes, "It's a bug hunt." So it almost seems like they've had some experience doing this shit before, and they've got Bug Buster or some shit like that written on the side of the dropship.
Yeah. But it's like it's not specifically these types. And I think a xenomorph is basically like a vague term for an alien that some kind of I don't know, has like a xenomorph. I don't know what the hell that the fact that phrase is in there. They've always been like attributing the title the alien as a xenomorph.
It sounds made up
Technically,
as well.
it's
That's the
it's
thing.
like a class
It
of
sounds made
it's
up.
like a class of creature, you know?
Now, it's kind of funny how he said right there that that's an 80s joke. That he says he's like somebody said alien. Vasquez thought they said illegal alien.
Yeah, because that's what she
I mean,
thought it
'cause-
was when she
'cause-
auditioned. That's
'cause
why
it-
she's all browned up and going on.
But I mentioned, but illegal alien would mean shit. Fucking 200 years into the goddamn future.
we also
No,
have
I could just
Doesn't
fucking,
mean much now.
Yeah, just walk into a country and you get fucking
Yeah. How many Packies live in your house?
way
Luke?
too
And
many now. They're really fucking coming in.
How many Dominicans are up in your area there,
Oh boy,
Chris?
yeah.
And God
Hey.
knows Stupenzo's down there at the border. Jesus, that must
Here's
be.
funny. Lance Henderson almost denied entry. He was almost denied entry to the United Kingdom after he arrived filming. He had been rehearsing Bishop's knife trick in the USA with several different types of knives since he didn't know which one James Cameron would use for filming. When he arrived in London, he had just carelessly brought all the knives with him in his luggage, and the customs
Yikes!
were quite alarmed.
Yikes! So there's an old there's an old urban legend that you will purposely do something incorrect on a military uniform because it's illegal in some way for them to have it. I know that that's not true, but they do have the lieutenant's rank fucking going the wrong way. They do
I
have
thought you were
it,
going to talk about Drake's silly hat.
Now, I have to ask Wes, is that a military term? Assholes and elbows?
assholes and elbows. Yep, yeah, it is. That
Yeah,
guy
and
was
Apone-
he was actually Apone. The guy that plays Apone was actually a sergeant in the Vietnam War.
He knew what was up.
Yeah.
I had when I was watching James Cameron do the commentary. Apparently, he got complaints from the Marines saying we're not like that. This is more like regular army shit. But I don't know.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Marines don't really act like this.
There's
This
there's
is a lot of
That's like
this is-
that's more like blue collar guys, don't they? While Marines are a bit more maybe disciplined, maybe.
well, Marines just do shit differently. There's just they have like a whole different style of doing
Dude.
things, and they have a bunch of terminology that
Such a great
are-
movie prop.
Yeah, that is amazing.
There's
is
no
that looks
electricity
so
involved.
real.
No
That
electricity
looks
involved
so
in this.
real.
People were calling the James Cameron because they wanted one, like companies,
Yeah.
like they wanted
Yeah.
a real power loader. Build me one of those.
wow.
I forgot.
It wasn't
that was-
real, dummy.
That was styrofoam, right?
Yeah, it's like
I don't know.
it's all about the sound effects, like the twisting things. It's like it's basically made out of styrofoam. There's a guy
Yeah.
behind him, like in the suit, like powering it,
Yeah.
and then there's someone else sitting on top of him, basically.
You never seem to notice that until you watch these documentaries. Like, oh, we got found this.
I thought
How
until
this-
like a year or two ago, this was a real fucking device these
Yeah.
motherfuckers built. You know,
No,
like
yeah,
I
'cause
did not know.
The way it looks is so fucking.
It looks like it's
It
made out of
looks
hard
real.
metal. It
No,
looks
and
like
it
it's
looks- and it
everything.
looks-
There's rust. Looks like
Yeah.
the
It
paint's coming
looks
off.
well used, doesn't it? It looks like a thing
funny how
that
she had the thumbsticks on Xbox and showed way back in the 80s. Look at that.
joysticks.
Because we always had the D-pads in Nintendo and Sega. It was always
Yeah.
up, down, left, right, and
Fucking low pan with the thumbs.
yeah, at least
the
had
thumbs.
that. Damn.
yeah.
Hicks got a chub.
Hicks is definitely fun. Yeah, so
Plus it's
a
set
lot
up-
of
set up for a payoff.
If Hicks wasn't gay, he'd be super into this right now.
so there's a lot of stuff that I figured out later being in the like so I was like, why is Hicks right next to so because he's basically the number one team leader.
Yeah,
And so he's right under because he's a corporal, he's right under the sergeant.
Yeah.
Because in the Marines, corporal's
Oh.
really high up. In the Army, it's not.
Look at that
Corporal's
shit.
kind of low ranking.
Yeah,
Uh,
the Steadicam. It's basically a Steadicam.
Yeah.
Man, she hit the gym up too. Good on her.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, she.
Yeah.
This
look at them
this
guns,
is the
man.
inception of me having the hots for fucking badass Latina women.
Yeah.
You know,
That's the thing, because she looks a bit dykey herself, but damn, she's fucking
Her and,
she's killing it there. She's
It was
killing
her
it.
and Rosie Perez in White Men Can't Jump. And,
Yeah.
uh,
Oh, don't be
Uh,
stupid. She speak good enough.
Billy is the
Jennifer-
Stookies. It's a
Jennifer
quince.
Lopez.
I heard
It's
it
a
is.
quince,
Lopez.
Billy.
There's
There's
That's a
that-
who that starts with the letter Q.
There's the
I like to
Batmobile.
make love and fuck.
Dude, that thing
There's
was
a part in Out of Sight where Jennifer Lopez like walks away and she's wearing like little shorts, and that was like,
Ooh, yeah,
holy shit,
I know
she has
exactly
it.
what you're talking. I know
film as well.
exactly what you're talking about. That is a great movie. I love that movie.
Yeah, I fucking love
Yeah.
it.
Out of Sight Rocks.
I read the sequel to it as well, Road Dogs. Shame they won't make that into a
what,
movie.
Sorry,
two
what?
scenes-
They made it. They did. Elmo Leonard did a sequel to Out of Sight for his
Oh,
novel
book.
Road Dogs.
Oh.
Yeah, but they won't make a sequel.
Yeah,
I doubt
these
it.
are so. Yeah, whoever bitched about this, all those are Army terms. They would not say that. Marines would say like, "Get out on the deck." You know what I mean?
I like how
they're
He
not
says
going to
10
say "ready"
seconds.
line.
He
Yeah,
said they had 10
Cameron
seconds to
was-
hit the ground or whatever.
Yeah, Cameron does regret it though. He says if he could go back, he would try and get more advice on to make a mum.
Oh, there you
Marine,
go.
like-
There's a different set. There's a different car, so interior
That
set somewhere in
gun
the other.
reminds me of one of the guns from Men in Black as well. At the end, where they shoot the cockroach ship down.
Yeah.
Only a little bit more dirty.
Settle down, people.
I like the whole like.
What's she got written on her chest plate there, Enzo?
I keep trying to see it.
Who? Vasquez?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I figured you'd have the trivia on that.
Well, I'm reading it right now. I was busy driving here. I didn't have time to read it before the show, you know.
All right, we got it. Jesus Christ.
Besides, like, this is gonna be one of those movies that has like fucking thousands of entries in the trivia section. A lot of
Oh,
them
yeah.
are gonna be bullshit.
It does.
But I'm sure I'll be able to get a good shot at it soon.
I do like the whole setup where it's like, obviously like any kind of action film. This is like right now we're still not even in horror. We're still like in an action movie where they show the Marines getting geared up. They're badasses, different gear. They're fucking strapping the equipment on, and like these guys are, they're ready to go and shit. There's nothing that could take these Marines out. These guys are professionals.
Yeah, a lot of people draw comparisons to Vietnam. You got these advanced soldiers getting taken out by this less advanced enemy.
And I love the whole build up of showing how nasty these colonial Marines are, and that later on you'll see just how nasty the aliens are, like what the fuck they're up against.
I think it's another reason why Predator is good, because once again you got badass fucking soldiers getting taken out by this fucking other thing, this creature.
Yeah, that's a good build up too. You show like Arnold and boys.
Yeah, Arnold, the ultimate badass, in over his head.
Well, it's like they show, the whole team wipes out that village, and like even Drinker would say, like they're not even breaking a sweat; they're just easily annihilating that whole village. And these guys are fucking pros, man. And that Predator.
So I was in
I'll say Vasquez is Jewish and Russian, but she was used with. They had makeup. Makeup made her skin darker. She dyed her hair. She also wore brown contacts.
So that line that Pharaoh, the pilot, just said. We're in the pipes 5x5. That was such a controversy, and I was in like a Buffy the Vampire Slayer group, and this is what got me kicked out of it, was because they were like, "What is Faith always saying 5x5? What does that mean?" And they had all these wrong interpretations, and I'm like, "No, it's a military term. Have you never seen Aliens?" And someone fucking complained about that, and I got booted from the group. I was like, "Oh, that's what that feels. That's what that feels like." Oh.
I feel like you had several others. You were already on thin ice by that point.
Probably.
I feel like you had already been banned and removed and brought back on several times since then.
Probably.
Icing on the cake.
That's a great little character development. You like everybody else is either amped up, nervous,
and he's a bit more.
And Hicks is knocked the fuck out because he's like, you know what? I'm gonna get some sleep when I get a chance because we might be going in hard.
Just another day.
Oh, hey, what's so I was mistaken. Wayland Yutani does make an appearance in the first Alien movie. It's only seen once on a beer can.
Oh, shit.
And it's spelled differently with a no D at the end of the first word.
Huh.
Okay.
Weird.
All right.
See what we can see.
Nice.
Yeah, he fucking loses his shit later.
Yeah.
Yeah, you realize this guy's a fucking a blowhard. He's full of shit. He's not battle tested.
What's a
you talking about Hudson, or are you talking about Lieutenant?
The lieutenant.
Good.
Yeah. Well,
no, not Apone. Yeah, the new guy in charge.
Ultimate badass.
He's been
yeah,
on
the
lieutenant.
lieutenant.
Okay.
Lieutenant.
Yeah.
Then again, I probably would be more like him though, because fucking.
Most of Hudson's lines are improvised, by the way.
What'd you say?
I probably would be more like him, just fucking getting overwhelmed. I'm like, oh shit, what fucking do? I'm fucking legging it. I would.
Did anybody understand that? Did we have the
I actually didn't understand that. No, I normally do.
It don't matter anyway. Just
don't matter.
Shit, I would be on.
No matter. He said no matter anyway. No matter anyway.
Got knives, chopsticks.
This character could have been really fucking unlikable if it wasn't for Bill Paxton.
Yeah, Bill Paxton like brings him.
This was supposed to be filmed. This is supposed to be earlier, but they put it in editing. They're in mid-flight, which is why they're just like walking around in turbulence and shit. It's
like that fucking gun, man. Damn.
Yeah,
he's definitely a quotable character, though. I mean, game over, man.
But it's great because he's so cocky, and he's the first. He breaks the hardest, when the shit goes wrong because he's so cocky.
But then he has a great character arc, and he pulls his shit together.
It's not really his arc, but it's also just like, hey, if you're being a Hudson, like listen to Ripley. Like you're fucking crying and bitching isn't gonna help anyone, and I don't want to hear any more of it.
Yeah.
Like shut the fuck up and be useful.
People forget, they're just like, oh, just like Ripley is also a lieutenant. She's a pilot, she's a lieutenant, so she's an officer.
She got busted down to private because of her. I mean, that's kind of why she took the job. They're like, hey, we'll give you a fucking private docker's license or whatever. We'll give you your license back.
Yeah, we'll reinstate your flight license.
You don't need to work in the dock. That was like I heard you got a job working in the power loaders. Yeah, so what of it? Nothing. I think it's good
Nothing.
that you have a
It's
job.
just all you could get, but that's
Like
fine,
the equivalent of being a grocery store bagger working on one
Yeah.
of those giant
Or-
loaders.
or like if you were a high-paid security mercenary and now you work security at a fucking college campus area. So yeah, something like that. Yeah, I could kind of relate to that a little bit, just a little bit.
Nice.
God, these fucking special effects.
Oh, you know what's
man.
another good sequel that James Cameron's responsible of? Piranha 2, which we watched not long ago.
The Spawning.
It is better than the first one. It's cool. And Lance Henriksen's in it.
I wonder how they built this damn tank. It's so awesome.
This is pretty funny.
Dope.
Fuck is used 25 times in the film, 18 of which are spoken by Hudson.
Wow.
That's hell yeah.
Yeah, it looks fucking abandoned as well. Look, all that's all trash.
Hey
it's
guys, there's a
fucking
bar.
scrappy.
Hell yeah. Woo, great.
That's where we're going. Well, there we go.
Come on.
Yeah.
The aliens
Now,
must have had some fucking drinks left. Come on. They got to have had some
Now, I
drinks
guess to
left.
be fair, I mean, the viewer would have to know it figure out for himself. But the scene went new. Now you understand why the Colonial Marines are here for.
What's also
mean-
fun is like we're revisiting the planet from the first movie, and it's like so different, you know. There's
Yeah.
breathable atmosphere now. There's like
Well,
rain.
it's been almost 60.
Yeah,
It's
right.
60 years.
Terraforming, baby.
Yeah.
Terraforming. We make better worlds. It's a great catchphrase for Wayland Yutani.
So I think, Chris, you asked me once how that works. So this is basically a platoon, not a big one, but it's a platoon. I'd be willing to bet they're like Force Recon. These guys, they're like, that's the special forces in the Marines. And so what you have is you have two squads, and then you have the command post inside the vehicle. So you have your officers inside the vehicle, and then you have the grunts down on the ground, broken up into two squads, and they're in. This is called 2x2 cover formation. So everybody that's going in is getting covered by somebody with a heavier gun, and then they go in and basically flank the objective from two different sides with two different fire teams.
Now, this. Now I've heard various things, but can officers are they ever trained in combat, or they're just there to basically?
Yeah,
just
no, they're
fight?
trained in. Yeah, they're
Okay.
trained. They're trained. It's just that officers, they usually are in the command area, and they're usually not on the ground with the troops.
Yeah.
It's not like we were soldiers where the colonel would be down there like running and gunning with his troops. I'm
But
not saying that
officers-
didn't happen. I'm not saying that didn't happen. I'm just saying that you're not going to see that very much.
Yeah, but if something happened, the officers can pick up they can go to combat if needed.
Yeah, I mean they usually do. I mean they're not gonna if they don't get a combat badge, they're not gonna make general. So that the greasy pole upwards into politics, you're not gonna get past colonel unless you have some kind of combat experience.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
other friends of mine would say that officers they're pencil pushers, that they don't do anything but just sit.
I mean, officers create
You
and
said
implement
Stupenzo pushers for a second there.
officers create and implement policy, and the non-commissioned officers or sergeants, they're the ones that lead the troops.
I switched over Enzo, and I got the Paulmus on here. So
What's the percentage on that? 25, 30% alcohol?
it's actually 28.
Good God.
It's
You
a-
need to be drinking alcohol that is 40% minimum. Otherwise, you're a pussy.
Goddamn well. That's all I had.
Sorry. It's just the rules. I mean, you're drinking a cordial. You're drinking a fucking cordial.
going, you're
I am- I'm drinking a lot of it though.
You're drinking a liqueur. You're not even drinking liquor. No wonder it's so delicious.
I mean, I
You're
think he's
drinking-
got to be.
It is.
I think he's got to be taking it easy on his liver at some point, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah. You're right. You're right.
I'm
Doctors
probably,
have been forbidden you from drinking any actual hard liquor.
I'm probably not going to drive after the stream. Don't worry.
Doctors are like,
Probably.
hey, you need to stop drinking. So that just means he stops drinking anything over 40%. 30%, 25%. It's fine.
How brilliant were these motion tracker things? What a great way
Yeah.
to build suspense in your audience. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like you
I
don't
got
see
the
anything,
bleeps,
but you know
the
it's
beeps,
coming.
and the creeps. The beeps.
Those large
Bleeps.
large guns that Vasquez is one of those large guns that Vasquez is holding. Would they be practical? Because there's a couple of moments where she was
Yes.
lifting up
Yeah.
to
So
I don't know.
yeah,
Adios.
so your point,
Adios
your-
written on the gun.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So
And then what
your,
does her
your,
chest
your
say?
point man? Your point man's gonna have usually gonna have the heaviest weapon. So they'd have like the M249 squad automatic weapon, or they'll have like in Predator, you had Billy. You know, he was a point man, and he had a AR-15 with a 12 gauge fucking locked onto the bottom of it. So that's because that's the person you want to clear the area.
Someone
So
saw
you need
one of
the
those
room
camera
cleared.
dolly. Those
It's because she looks like she's struggling to move around a little bit. 'cause
someone
it's so
saw one of
fucking
those steady cams and was like, "Dude, it'd be so cool to put a gun on this thing." Her chest says "El something siempre," so the something
big. El
simply.
badass.
Let's see. Let's see if I can. Oh, don't eat the donut.
Yeah.
Don't eat it,
I will.
Enzo. Do
I
not
don't
eat
think
that
that
donut,
donut-
Enzo.
That donut could have looked more
Must
moldy.
resist eating that soggy donut.
Yeah, it's soggy.
Ew, what was that noise? Right when
Yeah,
you said
see?
soggy. Ew.
Bad guys here.
That donut was nice and moist.
Ew!
Dude, check out this shit. If you like that, get a load of this. Oh,
Really?
God damn it. I can't see at all what her fucking chest says. I don't want to Google it.
It is El riesgo siempre viva, which means risk
risk.
always lives.
Risk. Oh, yeah. Okay. I could have guessed that if you gave me a second. The risk simply is what I would have deduced. But then Vita. Yeah. The risk simply lives is what I would have
He's coming
said.
in. I feel safer already.
God, she's sweaty.
Affirmative.
Mm.
Hicks, meet me at the South Lock.
It sucks that they have the air conditioner turned off in this place. Ugh.
Yeah, really.
It is humid on LV426. Humidity 1000%. Like you just drown outside. Like shit. I mean, it looks pretty moist outside for sure.
Oh yeah.
I like how we said moist,
Moist.
again.
Moist.
Say it again. Moist.
Yes.
Moist.
moist.
So again, you should have Enzo say moist as Jason Statham.
Moist. Do I make you moist?
That's a beer loser's real.
Uh-huh.
Do I make you moist, mate?
As he's fighting a big shark.
Yeah.
Come here, you big beastie. So here's another deleted scene.
Sure.
This is not in the theatrical cut, and she's just like,
Yeah, she's scared.
yeah.
Going back into the this is a
And it's
yeah,
cool.
the-
It's cool that it's Hicks that is like, hey, you all right?
This like
Yeah.
overarch of like facing your fears and with the power of love you can triumph over evil.
Mm.
You know, all this good old fashioned normal shit that you like to see in your movies since the beginning of goddamn time. And for some reason, in the last 5 or 6 years, we've just decided to do away with this formula that works so well.
I mean, right now we are 54 minutes into the film, and
Son of a
still,
whore!
still
Don't tell me what time it is.
no alien yet. And
Yeah,
almost-
exactly.
So
Like I said, you could tell they were like, guys, the aliens got to show up around the 30-minute mark, please.
Yeah.
35. But yeah, the buildup of like the aliens showing up, and you think like, oh man, they're barely showing up to the halfway point of the movie. It's like, no. Still got 2/3 of hot alien action coming.
Well, that's me. It's like most films you wouldn't see the creature until like an hour in.
Yeah, like I said, most of these, dude, I know all too well doing Schlocktober. But yeah, usually you have a bunch of dudes in lab coats or some fucking people in an office somewhere for the 99% of the movie. Then a monster shows up at the last like final 5 minutes and kills some people, and then the monster dies, and then the movie ends. The end.
See how they split up the weapons? So you've got one motion tracker in one squad, one heavy weapon in another squad. You know,
Yeah.
like see how they have it.
Yeah.
It's basically balanced.
That's where now Enzo mentioned Schlocktober. I'm thinking about right now friggin' Base Full of Monkeys.
Yeah.
Goddamn
That was
shit.
actually a good movie. It's funny because the ones that are actually like that
Oh, there it
surprised
is.
me, they're not
Fucking
doing
face
too
hugger.
Little
Yeah.
little jump scare coming up.
I was gonna say when they cut open the face hugger, especially in the first movie, does anyone else get like think that looks delicious? Like just squirt some lemon juice and butter on that and fucking eat it. Like
No.
Looks like chicken.
eat it with
Looks
some
like, when you
steak, like a surf and turf,
Goddamn Italians.
No.
dude. Like oysters Rockefeller.
No. Yeah. Jesus.
I like to chew
That's
it.
where we fucked up in the Alien movies. We should have sent some more fat Italians to go fight. Hey, I want to grab one of the man. Want to grab one of those aliens?
I
put it.
I
they're
was
like a
the android.
calamari.
If I was the android on the first movie, I would have fucking pulled that thing out of a big saute pan and be like, "Look at this. We're gonna
Look at
fucking
this.
calamari." It's like you got calamari, oysters Rockefeller, and fucking crab legs all on one animal. You know how cool is that? Fry up the tail.
We all know. You get enough guys drunk. Come on, like that face hugger.
That is such a yonic fucking creature. Like that fucking body, that mouth, it just looks like a pussy. It looks like a pussy trying to reach out to you.
I said, give me. I get enough Jack Daniels in me, you know.
Yonic. You know, everyone hears phallic and phallus all
buddy.
the time.
Wailing
Wailing
gecko.
gecko.
They're playing again. Here comes.
Hey, Gecko-meister, Geckinator.
Behind us.
One of us?
Ah, that's a negative dog. I ain't out dog. Hey, Bomb. Signing out.
See how the medic has a flamethrower and a pistol, and then you have the other female medics on the other team. She's got a Dietrich. She's got a flamethrower and a. God damn it, Ripley! Will you watch where you're walking? Them bunching up like this is stupid. This is that's weird. That would not happen.
It was Xenomorph did jump out. They're all fucked.
Yeah, if somebody throws one grenade at them, they're fucked. So
Drake, he was on Shawshank, right? And he was on one of Drinker's interviews, right? And
Yeah.
yeah.
So I was on about. I was on about. I forgot his bloody name.
He's a cool guy. He's been in some good movies.
He was in The Departed. He was great in The Departed.
Yeah.
I know how to spot a cop. So she didn't look at us. So she must be a cop then. She's a fucking police commissioner.
It's always weird. It's just all quiet, but
woo!
Damn.
Yeah. Also, James Horner's score. It's so great. I don't know what instruments he's using. It's like flutes, and that's what's like giving it that great like whistling horror sound. And also, Ooh, I've been like leaning on this table. Got like a nice indent in my elbow from it.
Curious,
into your soft, chubby flesh.
These are more trained though to like be that freaked out by a kid. Like you guys just open fire on a fucking.
Well, they were all okay. So two things. One, it was the point man, and then you got Hicks. Just shows you how switched on Hicks is. He saw it at the last second and pushed the fucking weapon away, so he didn't blast the kid. I
like the first three, and I do like Resurrection. I like all the Alien movies. I like
Resurrection. I think the aliens underwater are scary as fuck.
Oh yeah, they swim. They're swimming bastards. They swim like crocodiles, you know. But also like just like Winona Ryder is a little female android, and the problem with Alien Resurrection is made by French people. So it has this like Frenchness oozing out of it, which isn't like a bad thing per se. It's just
I know back in the day, the creature makeup of her, whatever her spawn alien thing, that thing was creepy as fuck looking back in the day.
Yeah, and like when I talk about French, like that in creature, like the whole birthing thing, the alien giving birth, it's very French. Like Titan, you see that movie? That's very French film. Anything that's like weird and fucking like borderline Chomo vibes or whatever, or weird,
irreversible.
Yeah. I mean, Alien 3 does get a lot of shit though.
I like Alien 3.
Do you guys understand the significance of her being under there? That's why she's been able to survive, because the aliens
draw
don't
the scent off of her.
Yep, aliens do not have eyes. They go by scent.
Really? Okay.
Yep.
Well, that sounds.
Yeah, that they do have some kind of way of seeing under that big chrome dome of theirs, but
yeah,
not necessarily eyes, maybe, but I mean, in the original movie, there is supposed to be like a fucking human skull under that face with eyes. I got rid of that.
Well, I read the Predator versus Aliens comic, and the whole invisibility thing doesn't work on the aliens because they don't have eyes.
Sweet.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely
I imagine how a scorpion or a snake can they have thermal imaging,
Yeah,
kind of like a predator.
Now, whether or not that's canon. I don't know, but
Yeah.
Well, it's very much like how insects operate. I mean, for me, like xenomorphs are somewhat like giant insects. I mean, they have a hive or nest. I love how they build their nest. It's like a mud dauber or wasps. Like they kiss the walls. It's like their saliva that they secrete all over. That's what the resin is. Resin secretions. You know.
you see how the female here, Dietrich, with the butch haircut, she's wearing the same exact kind of gear as the black guy was, because he was the medic for the one squad. She's the medic for the other one. So that's how squads work. You double up everything. It's like redundancy.
Physically, she's fine. And this is where Ripley immediately, like instinctively, without even anyone asking her or telling her, she just like gravitates right to this kid and wants to help the kid. Her maternal instincts have been out of service for over 50 years. And yeah, it's just like emanating out of her. She must protect this young child.
Supposedly, they are still friends to this day, Sigourney Weaver and Carrie Hine.
Wonder if they ever did it.
So sweet.
Jesus.
Sorry.
You ruined it for me. Now.
God.
That one dark.
Intrusive thoughts.
Consenting adults can do whatever they want, guys. Just because they played mother and daughter in a movie 30, 40 years ago doesn't mean they can't fuck.
God. That is
That'll be an awkward wank. That'll be an awkward wank.
fucking.
I'm just kidding, guys.
Yeah, you still would
See,
though.
he's away from Meg for less than 24 hours, and he just goes back.
Yeah.
Those primal urges.
I wonder if they ever did it.
I bet you they did. I say that all the time.
That alien looks straight up like a pussy, man. I swear to God.
Dude, whenever I see friends of mine on Facebook, like, had the most wonderful date with my loving husband today, or my loving wife, and we went to so-and-so and saw this.
And so
I'll
it's
be in the
like,
comments, I'll be like, did
so
you guys, do it?
Did you give him?
I'll
did you
literally
give
put that exact comment, and I'll get laugh
Did you
reacts
give
every
him some
time.
anal? Did you? How we
Did
went
you
to
guys,
Disney World and it was amazing. Did
Nudge,
you go into
nudge,
the
wink,
chocolate,
wink.
You go in the chocolate
Say no.
tunnel.
That's right there. She says,
Tunnel. I've never
My-
done the
my name
chocolate
is-
tunnel.
"My name is Newt."
Wailing Gecko, I think there were good moments in Resurrection, but for me personally, I didn't like it, but that much
Yeah.
overall.
Oh, yeah.
Not so. Yeah, I didn't really think much to Resurrection because it's not really Ripley; it's a clone of her.
Right.
Yeah.
And all the give Ripley superpowers. Like, I mean, that stuff's
Yeah.
corny, obviously.
Yeah, who do I have to fucking get off this ship?
But I did like the idea. It's like, oh, finally, this is what happens when the company gets their plan, and they're finally doing their experiments on the xenomorphs, and they're trying to. And it's like Jurassic Park. Like, you're trying to harness this nature in your. You can't. It breaks free. It goes crazy. It's like life finds a way. Someone said that once. I can't remember who.
Yeah.
It was Jeff Goldblum.
Was it a? Yes.
I'm joking. I know exactly who said it.
You know
Come
what?
on.
We're all drunk here in high, so
I found out that Jeff
I'm just
Goldblum and
drinking
someone
Coca-Cola
else.
tonight.
Someone
do
else
it.
had a birthday recently. It was Jeff Goldblum and someone else share a birthday. Who else? It was cool. I was like,
Don't
they're
know.
birthday twins.
that's
Fuck.
deep though. She's like, "You think you'd be safer here with us?" She's like,
Nope.
"Nope."
You're gonna die. They're all dead. You'll die
You guys
too.
remember? You guys remember the fucking?
There it is. Oh yeah.
Oh,
See,
God.
and
Let's
hungry.
get some. Let's get a
This-
spicy
I will
meatball on
say
the top
this
of
one. This one looks less delicious. The first one looks so scrumptious.
Hey,
It
I
just
want
looks
to
like
get a
canned
little bit.
oysters.
Put a bit of pesto in that.
Yeah, just some garlic butter, some fucking lemon juice. Put it on like a fucking little roll or something.
Same
Do
thing.
you guys remember the South Park episode where Cartman he's like,
God.
they mostly come out at night.
Mostly.
Yesterday,
That's like one of the best lines. That's probably my favorite line of the movie. I quote it all the time. I'll always say some variation, you know. We mostly stream on Tuesdays, mostly.
Mostly.
You know, whatever. However I can think of.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like that maybe when I do. When my friends ask me a question, I answer in movie quotes mostly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very funny, mate.
Was it Willen? So we're monster and felt more goofy. Yeah. No, I said, but I did like at least the makeup
paying you?
job though, and that thing was pretty cool though. Her offspring kid kind of creature and shit, but like Enzo said, she was like a fuck because she's a clone. She was like superhuman strength and shit. You know, it's like
She's like shooting backwards baskets like on the
Yeah.
first take and shit. Like we're like, you know, there's the shot of her doing it for real, and like Ron Perlman's like, whoa. I'm impressed by that because I'm a dumbass.
I mean, Ron Perlman was the MVP in that movie to me.
Oh, hands down. Everyone I know about their favorite character is Ron Perlman's character in that movie. It's like, can you
I
not?
like the little French dude from Amelie who's in the wheelchair and he's got like all the guns hidden in his wheelchair.
I was laughing. Remember when the fucking ash is coming onto his legs? He can't feel it. He's in a wheelchair. It's like,
yeah. Oh god.
I like when the army guys like take them all into custody, and the one dude he's like, "Stop pushing me," and he just takes the gun away from him and hands it back to him.
Yeah.
It's like
I like
said,
Dan
"Stop pushing
Hidea's.
me."
I like Dan Hidea's hairy ass fucking shoulders in that movie. When he stands up and he's what he looks like. He's like a chia pet.
There was an actual fucking terrible scene. That scene where they're in the escape pods and one of the aliens jumps in the escape pod with them and they're all strapped in. That would be fucking frightening.
I
like the dude who puts his fucking head up against his chest and has the chest burster like kill someone. That's so stupid, but I loved it.
That's what I said. Yeah, the fourth one. It's at that point. It's almost like Evil Dead comedy because there's there's a lot of comedy in the fourth
I agree
one.
with that.
They get progressively less serious after the second one, or actually after the third one. They get progressively more serious until the third one, and at the third one, they're like, "All right, this is too dark, too serious. Let's tone it down, lighten it up a bit."
Yeah, I've seen Prometheus. I had no idea what the fuck was going on in that movie.
Yeah, Prometheus had some problems.
I've not seen Covenant.
Prometheus was one of those movies where we walked out of the theater, we're like, that was good. And by the time we got home in the car, we were like, that was bad.
Yeah.
That was bad. You start asking questions like, wait a minute. What's the difference between the black goo and the green goo? Why did that guy stick his face next to that fucking alien snake? Stupid. That was one of the few times in the movie theater where everyone in the theater was like,
this is one of the times when you can, if you look at Hicks's back as they enter, that's actually what's his face?
James Remar.
James Remar, who got busted for drugs and got kicked off the shoot.
Yeah, they filmed all this. Also, the other problem is because James Remar was already there, like all of Hicks's cool decorations, because all the military guys, they all have like custom armor with like, shit written all over them. And Hicks didn't get to do any of it. Michael Biehn didn't get to do any of Hicks's graffiti, and he had a problem with the padlock on the chest because it looked like a bullseye. Also, like his like uniform is probably not fitting perfectly.
When I was in boot camp, I convinced my squad to deck out when they issued us all our gear. And we went to the field for the first time. I was like, let's pull cool shit on our gear, like aliens. And we got in so much fucking trouble. We got out there, and I thought we looked badass. Yeah, they're like, whose idea was this? And it's just all simultaneously, Private Kelly. What the fuck, Kelly? This ain't Vietnam. I was like, no.
You think this is fucking arts and crafts, Kelly?
Yeah.
You like painting?
Maybe 500 push-ups. Maybe 500 push-ups. Why did you push Missouri into the sea, Kelly?
If I was the guy in charge,
the dinosaur's fucking pussy.
I'm like, oh, you guys like to paint your armor, okay? And then I just paint dicks all over their armor. Be like, yeah, go on. There you go. There's your uniform.
Yeah, but it's Dick a dry heat, man.
Sergeant Dick Butt.
I have used that line a million times.
Sergeant Dick Butt? No, I'm just kidding.
Wes knows about painting fucking dicks on Little Mermaid's heads and shit.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, looking at you, Critical Drinker Unbanned group. Fucking weirdos.
I keep forgetting to ask to join that group. I need to join so I can be like, guys, you can meet the man himself on one of our shows.
You can dox me. Show my card. I want them to show up like Sniper Wolf.
I just go in and just like start helping him. I'm like, here's his name and address. Here's a screenshot from our last stream. Here's an embarrassing thing he said about how he's got chlamydia 700 times.
I'm not embarrassed about that.
No, I know. It should be. No, I'm joking. Just kidding. It's honestly pretty baller. It's honestly pretty baller because it means you have either a really impressive body count or you've been with some crazy ass women I would never touch, which I commend you for.
Bit of both. Yeah, bit of both, my friend.
I mean, that's why I think about like gay men who fuck other men. It's like, that's honestly pretty manly. I'm not that manly. Sorry, you guys beat me.
I'm not
going to fuck a big hairy man's ass.
No.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
that's too manly for me. A little bit too much. Prison
fucking another gay man is not manly.
What about fucking a straight man in prison?
Yeah,
exactly.
That's manly. Yeah, taking it.
Also too much for me.
So right now the Marines are prepping up, and again, I'm still mentioning we are an hour and 10 in. So
damn. I'm sure they were like, God, it's got to be at least at the hour mark, James. It's too long.
Like I said, I mean, I'm not complaining because I do like the tension and build up. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
this is how, like, we're constantly comparing that a film made in
Guys.
1986 compared to 2023. A modern film, you would have had to see the aliens 20 times by now.
Yeah,
If you-
yeah, oh yeah.
you know.
And they would be all doing all stupid shit, you know, like
Yeah.
dancing and doing backflips and karate or whatever the fuck.
I
It's
was gonna
funny
say-
because, like, go ahead.
No, because like me and Wes broke down where They Live. They Live only really has one fight scene, and that whole fucking movie is one fight scene. But it's so memorable. That's all people talk about. They Live, but an hour and a half film, that's it. 1 6-minute sequence.
Ooh, you know what I didn't realize? I'm reading Jay Benedict, Newt's father. He was the first one to get a face hugger on. So logically, he would have given birth to a queen. The queen would have impregnated him.
Okay.
Interesting.
Well, he's not going to need those sneakers now. Let's take them.
Oh, you English
though,
bastard.
but it does
Yeah.
the Queen
Go
Lady
down
face
Brad's
huggers, or how's it work
Happens a
out
lot.
though?
I don't know. Well, this is what I was going to say. This is one of the first films in which a special edition, with added footage was available on home media. And this version became so
shit, wow.
popular that James Cameron and fans consider it the definitive cut of the film.
Hey, there you go.
So this is before DVD, they
Yeah,
were just
well-
having it on VHS, And honestly, it's the version that broadcasters seem to show whenever it's on TV.
There we go.
It's the version that, all the streaming services provide. So
This kind of goes back to special effects.
I also look, yeah.
Cover slime all over it. Just put
Yeah,
fucking
they also look
slime.
like dried up
Great.
spiders, like when spiders die,
Yeah.
they atrophy and their
Yeah.
legs all crunch
I
up.
know.
It's so cool.
Oh, so disgusting to
Ooh,
look at. but
uninspired.
I
He's
love
got
it.
like uninspired reviewers got a hardcore arachnophobia. I wonder how he feels about face huggers.
Oh,
They
fucking
scare
hell,
the
my wife
fuck
is-
out of me. I'm not gonna lie. That scare.
Yeah.
Those things scare me more than the aliens.
They walk. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
It's a way worse death. Like I said, it's back to that whole the first Alien movie about like being impregnated against your will as a man. It's horrifying. Yeah,
Still
That's a good
alive.
jump scare. That's a good jump
Yeah.
scare.
it's also like a flute sting. Like you never
Please
hear
kill
like a
me.
flute scaring people.
Kill me. That's also, I think, the biggest problem with Alien 3 was that, you get a sense of when you're in once facehuggers inside you, it takes place, a matter of minutes. He goes an entire fucking film.
Dude,
It's
the fact it shatters through your sternum, that would hurt
Yeah.
so bad. And also it shows you how strong they are at a young age,
You hear the ribs
breaking
cracking
through.
as well. It's
yeah.
Ah,
so, yeah,
it's
we
like
are
everything that's like
an hour-
natural and
an hour and
beautiful
12 in.
about
Our
a
first,
human birth is
That's our first
perverted.
alien.
Yeah, everything that you love about a human birth is like it's perverted and disgusting, and the way
And
the aliens
you know what's
were
good
born.
too is even Ripley's reaction where you see she's like that visceral, and she's like, oh, she's
Clenching her
horrified.
own
It's-
chest, like
yeah,
oh, she could
yeah.
feel it, from her dreams.
I like the
And
I
that's
like the fact that all the aliens
Shit.
instinctively come alive, like they're ready to rock and roll as soon as one of theirs gets killed. Like it's almost
also,
like
it's like someone gave a command or something. Now,
yeah.
I love that. They look like they're actually there as well.
yeah, they were there the whole time, of course, disguised in the hive.
That is creepy as fuck too, like this crawling around and shit.
Yeah,
I know they use puppets, pal. These like costumes this time. This bit.
I mean, it's as Enzo, I'm pretty sure it's a mixture of both, right?
Yeah,
Puppets and costumes.
yeah.
because it doesn't
did
move
use-
like
they
puppets.
did do guys in suits, and then it's also like it's not puppets. The third movie was the first one to be like we're only doing puppets and CGI, no
Yeah.
guys in suits.
Huh.
Which I appreciated. I do love the design of the dog alien so much.
Creepy.
These aliens are cool, but like, yeah, first of all, the thing that's different about them from the
Okay,
other
so-
aliens is they look more rigid.
Look at that shit.
They look scarier. They're more
That's
detailed.
fucked up. It's right behind you like that. Like,
But another problem I have with the aliens in this movie, as opposed to all the other alien movies, is I like it when the aliens have lips. So like the teeth aren't always showing. They just have this like eggplant head. And then when the lips peel back, then you can see the big scary teeth. But like in this one, they're very like demonic looking. They're very like obviously evil monsters, you know.
eat you. Gonna eat
They
you,
got big
man.
snarly
down.
teeth all the time. And the Queen alien design is so badass. I mean, nothing
It
against
is.
it. It's so fucking amazing.
now, Wes, right here, like, would a bunch of guys be panicking? You probably shouldn't be panicking in a situation, like, right? Because they're all losing their shit right now.
They are not all losing their shit.
Oh.
Hicks and the sergeant are in total
Yeah.
control.
But you also think like they're like I said, they were going in thinking this is going to be a bug hunt. They're exterminators. You know, they're basically like Ghostbusters, like paid, expensive pest control. So it's kind of crazy when like a bunch of people die all of a sudden. It's like, oh, this is
Now,
bad.
this is obviously a future weapon, but what is the sound effect that like that gun? That gun sounds badass. Like, like
Sounds like a regular gun, like through a filter or something.
and kind of like gun that sounds like that, like a.
Your Enzo, your thing keeps breaking up a little bit. Are you guys seeing that, or is it just me?
What's
Enzo's fine, man.
Your video a couple times.
Oh, whatever.
No, I mean,
I don't know. Maybe
as long as my audio is fine, I don't give a shit.
The probably the closest I've seen to it is when I've seen like a minigun on a helicopter or on a Warthog or something like that, like laying down that much fire. So it's kind of unrealistic, isn't it? Because like the barrel would get so hot it would melt.
I love that scene too. She's like, she's telling like pull everybody back. They're getting wiped the fuck out.
Honestly, I think the fact that James Horner, he was like rushed to do the score because he only had 7 weeks to do his score, but obviously shooting was behind, so he really only had 2 weeks before his scheduled scoring session was done, and he basically made the last piece of music the last day. He basically like was cutting it close, like waited till the very last minute to make the music, but because I think he was making a lot of this music without seeing the footage, he was just making like general like scary ass music sounds, you know. And I love.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, so like how fucking like for Ripley is the one who's calm, cool, and collected and stuff too.
Yeah.
She's the one not freaking out. This guy's
You went through all this before.
Guys, I've played game.
Because that's kind of what happens in the first one. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's looking at Wailing Gecko's chats. Ever played Alien Isolation? Nope. I should fucking play that.
Because this is a pretty long action sequence. Look at that shit.
Well, I think the other issue is like, like in the first one, she's calm, cool, collective. And then the alien breaks her down to like a scared girl. And at the beginning, she's like a scared girl and she has to bust her back up to like, Queen Mother.
Yeah. We can say too, because what she went through in the first one, she's kind of like, she's more prepared for the situation and all the friggin', even the Colonial Marines. Yeah, here we go. As much as these guys were badasses, they weren't expecting this fucking, what they walked into.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, like she kind of gave them some warning. I hope. Hey, by the way, these things bleed acid.
Really?
Watch out.
Damn. But Wes, but those are basically like big ass assault rifles, right?
What the big minigun things they got, the smart guns?
Yep. Right, those
I
right
mean,
there.
there's no real like contemporary equivalent to that. Like maybe if somebody had like a big M240 Bravo fucking heavy machine gun and shit, but I mean that's like, you got to remember too, when she describes their ammo, the reason they couldn't fire is because they're explosive tipped rounds. So when they're hitting something, they're exploding.
And of course, back then these guys were using actual fucking flamethrowers, right?
Yeah. Well, something else
right to the
that's
face.
interesting
Yeah.
about
Oh,
like the
shit.
fact that because James Cameron saw the smooth alien was obviously like make the head more rigid. And so like the theory is either A, because these aliens are older, like they're like the first alien was only like a day or two old,
Yeah.
But like if the idea is the alien's been alive for like weeks, they start looking more like this. The other idea is that these are some kind of warrior caste of alien that are designed specifically to protect a queen. Yeah, I think they're more. They're usually called like the Scorpion aliens. I think is what we've heard them. Warrior aliens.
Oh shit! Nice.
No, bad idea.
So put a shotgun in a motherfucker's mouth, though.
Burn right through your elbow.
Yeah. Damn. Music's going and stuff. You're pumped up, and you're like, even though they're out of there, still, it's like, a sense of urgency. Like, yo, let's get the fuck out of there, man.
So this was the old. They reused this set for Batman, the original movie. 89.
I thought there was something familiar about it.
You guys know that Melissa Joan Hart is briefly seen as one of the children in the Hadley's Hope scene? I didn't know that.
I did not know that.
Weird. I missed her.
Run it over, fucker. Got him.
Those sounds are baboons and shit.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that melt the car though?
I don't know.
That's
Melt the tires
car.
anyway.
Yeah. With that shit.
I guess the other movie I want to talk about, I want to do a riff of one day is Starship Troopers, man, because like
Of course, dude. Yeah.
Fucking
like,
A.
this
fucking
is
A.
apparently a more accurate version of the book than Starship Troopers the movie was.
Well, that's definitely on our list.
I love Starship Troopers so much.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite guilty pleasures.
It's not even a
Yeah.
guilty pleasure. I think it's legit, accidentally brilliant.
I was waiting for the action scene. No, we don't get go. No, definitely no. Alien Isolation. That friggin' shit.
What is what game station is Alien?
I got it on
Isolation?
PS4. I know
Yeah,
you
it
get
was
it
on
on PS5.
PS4 Xbox. It's
PS3.
considered it is a freaking like to this day. It's one of the best horror games out there. But it's a perfect Alien adaptation. And the premise was cool, using Ripley's daughter
It's
as the
Amanda Ripley,
protagonist.
yeah, running
Yeah.
around trying to solve the mystery of where her mother went. And
Yeah, but
it's
the
a
fact that-
gigantic space station, like a fucking
Yeah.
space mall, basically, with everything you could think of for like hundreds and hundreds of colonizers. It's like a town.
Yeah,
And it's called, I can't remember the name of the town. Sebastopol, something like that. But it's cool. It's very cool production design, art direction. Very much like all this like past future tech, like analog stuff, like television static and big bulky monitors, all that good
here
stuff.
it comes.
All right.
I just love that. I love that. Like Vasquez is just not perturbed. She's just like, all right, time to go. Are we gear back up? We're going
Smoking
back.
again.
Kill, man. We got our asses kicked, man.
I say we take off, nuke the entire site from orbit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
now
damn
that's
right.
like a
Only way to
common.
be sure.
Everyone knows what that means now.
Yep.
Nuke
Yeah.
it from orbit.
Of course, it's asshole.
Has a substantial dollar
Bill
There
me.
you go.
Kill me.
Ah,
Yeah.
they can bill me.
Such a good line.
Put it on my tab, Burke. Put it on my tab.
What?
This is where he starts to show. This is where he starts to show his signs of creep.
Fuckery.
Yeah, he said.
On current events, but we just got our asses kicked.
Fucking Bill Paxton, man. God, R.I.P. Bill Paxton. We lost you, bro. You
Yeah,
were
he-
something else.
Yeah, he was good in everything. He fucking true Lars as well.
Yeah. So what do
Would
you
a
say?
spy piss himself?
Then
We
get
have, to
some
wa-
wet.
we have to watch it eventually. Such an,
Ass like a 10-year-old boy.
such an underrated movie.
Awful.
He's thinking about his court martial when he gets back right now.
Yeah.
He's just like, well, yeah, this is what we're gonna do, but I'm gonna be fucked when I get back.
I'm gonna get in a lot of trouble.
He can't make that decision. I love the whole no offense. All right, this is what we're doing.
Yep.
And you know Ripley got fucking her vagina just moist as soon as he just says this.
So we'd be sure.
Only way to be sure. She's like,
Wow.
oh, you are getting fucked so hard when we get back to the drop ship.
I'm not sure if you noticed, Wes,
Well-
about that game. The big premise of the Alien Isolation game is that you can't kill the alien at all. The entire
Oh
fucking
wow.
all you can do.
Yeah,
because-
you can like shoot a flamethrower at it and it'll go away and then
Yeah.
it comes right back and
But
knows
with-
exactly where
yeah,
you are.
exactly.
Oh
So
well,
it-
that doesn't sound like such a fun game.
No, it's awesome. It's scary as hell,
scary as fuck
dude.
because of the fact you can't kill it and stuff. All you can do is just temporarily stun and get the fuck out of there. So
Yeah,
because
hide. And like, there are like
Jeez.
androids and bad guys, like humans that you can kill.
Yeah.
You choose not to kill them. I mean, for me, it's like with that game, it was like sometimes we were playing in super hard mode. You have to be fucking quiet. You have to avoid conflict. You have
Yeah.
like one bullet, maybe. You know, you're like
Yeah.
running around a space station trying to
Is
get out of some
is
room.
the irony that this guy's name is Spunkmeyer found the fucking spooge?
Yeah.
Is the irony not lost on anybody else?
Sam, I didn't like Resurrection. Said weird. She was with the aliens. I guess.
Yeah. Well, that's also back from Alien
Yeah.
3 when she's impregnated. Like all the aliens don't harm her. The alien doesn't harm her because it knows
Yeah.
that she's impregnated. So
Mm.
she has that like encoded in her DNA now in the fourth
Yeah.
one, which again is kind of like very super powery.
Shit.
Ew, they're so wet. They're always dripping.
Damn.
And that's the thing. These things will literally
comes.
kill themselves to kill you.
Yeah, they just kill on sight. They're mean motherfuckers, extremely aggressive, hostile entities.
That's a great practical effect shot right there.
It's like a male lion. Like they see you.
I
in
also-
their
I also
area,
like the
they'll
fact
kill you
that-
on sight.
Ripley.
That was a great projection shot, by the way.
It was. It was. I like how
You can
there's like
usually tell.
rebar's like falling around this shit. Like that's actually what would happen.
Clank, clank,
I
clank.
I like the fact that Ripley, the pilot, like she knew right away something was wrong with the drop ship. She's like, that ain't right.
Get out of the way.
So what? She said like the aliens that kill themselves to kill you. It's like you fighting the Hodges, right? And just
Yeah, that's how Hajis. Now Hajis are actually kind of pussies. The Afghanis, they'll kill themselves to get at you. The Africans will too, but fucking Haji, if you pop enough Hajis, they back off. Are you finished? We're in some real pretty shit. We're in some real pretty shit now, man. Oh God, he's amazing.
yeah.
Yeah,
Go,
you just
kid.
made things a lot worse, bitch. I was fine in my little hubby, my little hidey hole. Now you really fucked me up.
Yeah. There it is. It's game. I mean, so many fucking friends will play Xbox. And Chris, it's game over, man. It's
Game over, man.
What are we gonna
Game
do?
over.
Oh, I missed it, fucker. Sorry, I was pouring a drink.
Okay.
They mostly come out at night.
Mostly.
Mostly.
It's weird too. Yeah, like certain friggin' phrases stay with you forever. Like
Yeah.
every time me and my friends we play like a game on Xbox, a zombie game, it's like they mostly come out at night.
All right, this is absolutely.
Yeah, they're coming to get you, Barbara. That's another one.
That ain't so good.
50 rounds each. Yeah.
We got 15 of these M40 grenades.
Okay.
Don't touch that.
He said, "Don't touch
It'll
that."
blow up, sweetie.
Yeah. it's only half-
Blow us all up into hell.
That's how I lost my father. Don't, Wes. That gun is loaded. My father's last words.
Right there. Now the sentries.
Play.
Well,
Yeah.
They're really kick ass. It's like imagine watching the theatrical cut. And it's like those guns are really kick ass. It's a shame we won't. It's a shame we won't see them
ever
again.
them.
Yeah.
So I'll ask you guys. So it said some people they hated the sentries. Some people liked the sentries. They felt like adding them took away
Yeah,
attention.
I mean,
I'm like,
they're cool. I mean, it's kind of cool and interesting to note.
yeah.
Would you just
Here's-
put her in charge?
Yeah. Here's a good. Sigourney Weaver was extremely anti-gun.
Yeah, James Cameron had to say, yeah, but your character is not anti.
Yeah. So he took her to a fucking firing range, and then Sigourney Weaver got to fire a machine gun, and she said that James Cameron said that she was smiling her ass off, and then he said, "Another liberal bites the dust." He joked. Back when Cameron had balls. Now he doesn't like guns because he's Canadian, and Justin Trudeau probably fucking sat him down and was like, "Listen, you son of a bitch.
Educated him.
Well, do what you do what I say from now. I'm directing these movies."
Yeah, exactly. Trudeau was like, "Listen, I got people that have your videos from Epstein Island. Like, don't fuck with me."
With great power comes great responsibility. Oh yeah, and this is the other reason why you're sketched out about Bishop, because he's obsessed with the face hugger. He's always like dissecting it. It's fascinating to him. It's like, stop spending all this time alone with a face hugger, you creepy android.
I'm not sure if it's on purpose, but still Bishop hasn't blinked yet. I've been noticing he hasn't blinked.
Oh, you're sitting there watching, making sure he doesn't blink.
Checking it out. But yeah, I mean, I thought the whole adding of the turrets is just that, this shows what a fucking threat these aliens are. Like, these guys got these turrets, and
right, yeah,
yeah,
they soak up a bunch of lead just to kind of like evaluate like how hard is it going to be to get in here and get to the meat. You know what I mean?
Yes, because some people said, like, I was reading in a drinker group, like, oh, well, it takes away attention. I'm like, I disagree. I think if anything, it adds more tension because you got these massive ass fucking turrets there, and there's just so many coming at them, so many aliens coming at them. Like, you guys are screwed. Like, holy shit, this is a major threat.
Then we put the other sentry units here and here.
There you go.
Yeah, outstanding. That's definitely a Marine Corps saying. Everything in the Marines This is outstanding. Outstanding.
Oh,
We
it's
just
kind of like what Enzo,
lost 20 guys. Outstanding.
it's kind of like what Enzo said then with this being the definitive cut. I can't remember ever watching this film without the sentries being in
Yeah.
it. So because this at theaters when I was 4, so I think I've only ever watched the fucking director's cut. Because remember, the sentries were always part of this movie every time I watched it.
Stand by, arming now.
Stand by. Oh wait, no, I'm still standing in front of him.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Newton didn't tell me another one of her little school friends was hiding in the thing.
Help me! I've been hiding in another air shaft.
But a lot different.
They're like vaporizing.
They're like, Newt, why didn't you tell us another one of your friends was also hiding? He would pick on me and mostly would pull my hair.
Fuck, it was a little.
Mostly.
Fuck, it was a little black kid too.
Oh man!
Fucking ivory alert, ebony alert.
Every alert.
Disavow.
You were the one talking about a Ripley and Newt sex scene earlier.
You guys crossed the line.
We crossed the line. I wonder if Ripley and Newt ever did it.
The actors.
It's not much
They're-
better.
They're actors. All actors are fucking perverts and sex addicts.
Fucking 10 years later, Newt fills out and she's like, I want a piece of that. Fucking hell. God.
Shit. You know, ladies.
We've
you know,
ruined
sometimes
aliens.
ladies are.
We've ruined this lovely relationship between
Oh
these two
boy,
now.
I found my real segment.
Oh God.
You guys are perverts.
I
That
get
was
new jobs.
that was
You know,
my
I-
friend.
Fucking
That was my
pulls this
friend
up,
from
I'm
school.
down.
His name was Token.
Me and Sigourney Weaver are mostly platonic friends. Mostly. Awful.
Scissor me,
fuck that.
Ripley. Scissor
Oh
me.
man, really?
Apologies to the 5 people who are watching this thinking we would be having some kind of in-depth critical analysis
Yeah.
discussion of aliens.
All I can say to that, you must have never watched any of our other videos before if that's what you thought you were getting.
We're a bit on the
Ugh.
nose. We're a bit surface level.
okay.
We're a bit of toilet humor. I'm sorry.
All right, we're gonna have to fucking look do the American accent.
Rub your face hugger with my face hugger.
Oh God.
The fuck, Wymies in her English accents, their American accents. Are.
He's like, I can't do an English accent unless I sing like Johnny Cash, and then
John Wayne, yeah. You listen
That
here,
seems to make-
Pilgrim.
that seems to make me meet my mates have a bit of a chuckle, don't it?
Yes, my one trick pony. What can I say?
Yeah.
Toxic,
Just do
don't
what,
worry about
do
it.
what you're good at, you know. Yeah, all I can do is freaking Gollum from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, this is another thing that's interesting that I'm noticing watching it now. Is like this is the only Alien movie that isn't in widescreen, anamorphic widescreen, and it's because James Cameron doesn't like
Really?
working with the format. And
Really?
I didn't know
James Cameron himself said that he wanted to do it in widescreen, but he just likes working it better with special effects wise. But
Once again,
yeah.
finding out she lost her daughter brings a lot of context to this scene.
Yeah,
Makes it more
Yeah.
impactful.
and it makes that much more creepy when they later on.
Yeah.
I know.
I mean, that's the other thing. James Cameron says that the face huggers, I do agree, like the up close shots of the face huggers look better in the first movie. But god damn it, they're way scarier in the second movie. They're fucking
Yeah.
fucking
that little
terrifying.
that noise they make when they're yes when they are when they come to attack and they're clickety clacking on the
I
fucking
know.
linoleum. Oh my god, that
Yeah.
scares the fuck out of me.
They're fast and moist.
Oh, bro. Jesus Christ.
It's like when you don't cut your toenails for a long time, you start walking in the kitchen. Click, 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 click. I'm just joking.
What?
Kidding.
Oh god.
What would you guys do if you found out I had like 5-inch long toenails and like
I would not be
bent around?
surprised if Meg
That explains a lot.
If Meg sent us a screenshot of you hanging upside down while you sleep in a
Yeah,
cave
like fucking
somewhere,
Lost Boys.
yeah,
Keep
I would not
Sutherland.
be surprised.
That's my
at
mother's
all.
favorite part of that movie. Like the up close out of his feet.
That's weird.
funny.
It's because her favorite, like the part that she always talks about. Oh, her feet, his feet.
So Bishop is breaking down what the hell these things are.
Laying these eggs.
Exactly.
I
Look,
can't believe this
look,
scene wasn't in the theatrical
He's,
cut.
he's not blinking. It's fucking with me. He said he's
You know what I mean.
I'm just stuck. I'm stuck on the possibility of little young Enzo listening to his grandma talk about this movie and come up with a fuck calamari recipe for the face huggers. And wouldn't that be a delicious if we could put a little bit of marinade on it?
Take the tail. You take the tail. You chop it up into little rings. You fry them up. Batter them up. Fry them. You take the claws. Steam them like crab legs. You fucking take them out. Take the meat out of the legs. You fucking oil and garlic and lemon. And then the inside, that's all raw. The inside, you cut it open. You shuck it like an oyster. Eat it like that. That's how you eat a face hugger.
But Gary, he's like, yeah, these things are worth millions in fucking bioweapons, millions. Like, Christ, you idiots.
That's millions in space economy of the
Yeah.
future. So it's really only like worth thousands of dollars when you
Yeah.
think about it.
For me. Just like they'll know that
In
you
the
were
future, a Big Mac will cost $50.
Well, wait, fucking New York State's getting pretty close to that right now.
Oh, well, in the future, a Big Mac will cost $200.
You sent them out there and you
Enzo, why are you talking about the Big Mac when you got a delicious face hugger you could have made right
Yeah.
there?
It's like the
You
muscles.
started dating that Irish girl, and now all of a sudden nobody cook for you. How you
Megan
still
doesn't.
stay
Megan
so
doesn't
fat?
like seafood. Megan doesn't like seafood at all. And I'm like, yeah, sorry. I eat shrimp and fucking lobster and shellfish and
Megan-
fish all the time.
Megan makes corned beef and cabbage.
Yeah, she's definitely a meat and potatoes type of gal.
Exactly.
Ease your way out of this one.
Nice.
Right to the wall.
Right to the wall. Tell her. Tell him.
I expected more from you.
Damn.
I thought you'd be smarter than this.
Well, Wes, this guy's an asshole, but he's a likable asshole.
He's kind
Yeah.
of still got a bit of an innocent face to him, though, even though he's this fucking idiot.
Yeah.
All right. So director trademark, just like these like graded steel settings, industrial like factory settings with
Dude,
steam
they're
and
coming.
smoke.
Look at that shit. It's at 500 rounds remaining. Look at that shit.
Yeah, it's not a lot.
The
If
fucking
you tell me your machine gun has 500 rounds, I'm like, yeah, that's what, a few seconds worth, a few minute tops.
That's all it is anyway. In a 30-round mag, it's
Yeah,
you see those movies where somebody puts something on full automatic and it's spraying. That's not-
that's how fast it's over.
that's 30 rounds is gone.
But the
Hell,
fact,
you don't
yeah,
even have to put it on automatic. You can just pull the trigger really fast and it'll go.
E-guns drive 20 on a.
Yeah, that's why they always advise short bursts, isn't it? That way you're not wasting so much ammo and you're still putting your target down.
yeah, but like almost a West End, like the fact that it's just one round, but you're shooting 500 fucking rounds should take out like how many people? These things you have 4 fucking turrets. That's 2,000 rounds of live ammunition. Oh, shit.
It's like you said earlier about you could just empty a round within seconds, but you never see that in films because it's not going to look cool if they're reloading every 5 seconds, is it?
Yeah,
No.
Very pretty, Bishop, but what are we looking for?
Depends who you're asking, I guess.
Yeah.
that's scary shit.
So this is the device. This is the plot device where we have to, because it'd be a pretty boring film if they were just sitting around waiting for 17 days for a rescue. So we had to add a ticking clock to it.
There's a way to get out. There's a way to signal something.
That's like Back to the Future 3. Why do we always have to cut things so close?
How long does that burst happen? Every how many hours?
I didn't catch that. I'm sorry.
None of y'all were paying attention.
Not to mention, but also 17 fucking days. Like they need supplies, food, water, and shit. Like, you know.
I mean, I'd imagine that they probably had like MREs and stuff like that on the drop ship or in the vehicle, the
There must be
APC.
some way
Yeah.
of bringing it down.
Can't you see I'm sweating?
we better think of something. We better
Yeah.
think of a way.
Hudson.
My balls are sticking to my pants.
I like how they're just like, shut up, Hudson. God.
We're fucked, man. It's game over.
Ball, you're fucking annoying us, bro.
Go out there and patch in, man.
I guess we just count you out of everything.
Those things running around. You count me out. Yeah, I guess. Man.
Yeah, Bishop should go. Good idea.
It's like, yeah, I'm off the fucking hook here, aren't I?
Yeah.
That's a good idea, man.
Totally. Why didn't we think of that before? Shit.
You're an expendable android.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
He actually looks a little scared as well. I mean,
He
also-
does. Yeah, he
He
does
also,
look like
it's like
he's a
Wes
little
was saying,
nervous
because
about it.
Bishop said right
Bishop,
there, he
yeah,
goes,
he's always got, yeah, he looks sad.
well, he does say he's like, I may be synthetic, but I'm not stupid. So he's like, he knows that it's a suicide mission. It's like shit.
I think in an early draft he supposedly ran into one in there some kind of way, and I don't know how he got around it, but I like how she hands him the gun. He checks it and gives it to Ripley. He's like, okay, yeah, I'm not going to use that.
I don't know.
Dude, that's claustrophobic as fuck right there.
Yeah, because
yeah.
I mean,
fucking
Dude.
And I also like the little added. He's like, hey, watch your fingers.
Look at that.
You know, looking out for the
Dude.
Bishop Dufresne crawled through a river of shit.
I came out clean on the other side.
To get to
I
that
know.
exhaust port on the other side.
Why
No,
Joe said to let
that
it
was
I'll never
4
know.
football fields. I remember.
Holy shit.
I remember.
But yeah,
with the mini-
could you imagine
Right.
crawling through a tunnel for, it's like he says it takes about 40 minutes in a straight 40 minutes crawling. That's like that's some endurance, dude.
I think we're about to come up on the scene I don't like, where Hicks starts to show a crack.
Damn.
T-gun's right behind it.
Yeah,
Holy shit,
I don't
man.
like seeing Hicks like lose his shit. You
I
know
mean,
what I mean?
what? Yeah, no, this is everybody. I mean, he's just like, yeah, saying the facts. It's like, it's
Yeah.
not looking good, dude. But yeah, it's also great how, like, you know, if the aliens had just pushed 2 more seconds more, they would have realized, like, oh, they're defenseless now. But because they backed out right at the critical time,
Yeah, but how would the aliens know that?
they don't. It's
Mm.
fucking happy accident. Like they just backed out, just happened to. Like I said, if they had pushed just 2 more seconds more, they would have realized those fucking guns are out of ammo. It was just enough to fucking get those aliens to balk. I guess technically, the humans are the aliens when you think about it, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
there's 10 rounds left, so
It turns out the humans were the bad guys all along. No, I'm just joking. The aliens are clearly the bad guys. Aliens fucking suck, dude.
just like the thing.
That's why I kind of like 1 and 3 a lot too, because it's like, dude, just one of those motherfuckers on board or on the base or in the ship is nightmare scenario. Like,
Yeah.
no. Yeah, obviously, like hundreds of them is like obviously bad. We're all gonna die, but like, yeah, just one of them is so fucking disastrous.
We're all
In the third one, it's back to like, yeah, one alien versus a bunch of hardened killers, and it doesn't matter.
Mm.
My big problem with part 3 is all the fucking bad guy, all the characters, they all look the same. They're all bald, white English dudes,
yeah,
except for like 2 other guys that look distinct, you know?
it's like a whole prison colony of fucking Lukes running around. It's great. and one big fat black guy.
One big fat black guy, and then there's like Pete Postlewaite who stands out.
Yeah.
A few others. The guy with the
well,
beanie.
Tywin Lannister always stands out. So.
That's
Yeah.
true. Mm.
Charles Dance. Yeah, I remember loving him in Last Action Hero and Alien 3, and then just never really seeing him. He's in a movie called I forgot what it
What are
was.
you
But
talking about? He was in Game of Thrones. That's why
No,
I
I
kept
know.
calling him.
yeah, but that was like later, many years later.
I want
he's in
to say,
it- Go ahead.
no, so you want to see, you notice that he looks like he was in the Golden Child with Eddie Murphy back in the 80s. He looks
Right.
Hell
he
yeah.
looks
About-
exactly the
Oh,
same.
yeah.
But 40 years later, he looks exactly
Oh
the
yeah,
same.
he doesn't. Yeah, he
looked-
definitely
was-
pays.
He looked like he
pays
was
for his
9 years
adrena-
old. He looked like he
He
was
pays
9
for his
years old back then.
adrenochrome for sure. Yeah, he's got plenty of adrenochrome. There's a really cool meme that's been floated around where Michael Biehn is at a Comic-Con and he's a good little girl dressed up as Ripley, and he hands her a pulse rifle, and then they
Just that.
reenact the
Wow.
scene.
Yeah. How gay.
Yeah, I think I saw it.
Yes,
That's it's
into
cool.
it. Yes.
Though I still think that's the sexiest gun I've ever seen in my life.
Press this up.
It's the pump action, innit?
Why now she's sweating too. I guess it's Hicks. You know?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Slap it in hard.
What's this?
That's a grenade launcher.
Don't touch that.
Aliens, directed by James
It's
Cameron.
like fucking Fifth Element gun. It's like you would have asked what the little red button was on the bottom of the gun.
I'll ask you that, Wes. That fucking gun that friggin' Gary Oldman showed in Fifth Element. That's like probably the best gun of all time, right?
No,
Really?
this is the best gun. Of all.
Nah, my favorite has always been and always will be the Auto 9 from RoboCop. That fucking gun rules.
That is
saying,
pretty
In the
badass.
Fifth Element, that fucker had rocket launchers, a flamethrower, and net.
I don't like. Yeah, that's what I don't like about
Oh,
it. I
yeah.
don't like the Swiss.
Do you
Army
see how it
gun.
was reused in Blue Beetle? It's one of his like arms. It's literally the
Yeah.
Fifth
I didn't
Element
see-
gun.
I
Yeah,
didn't
they
see Blue
literally
Beetle.
reused the prop.
I didn't see it.
I didn't see the
I-
movie
I-
either, but
It's a
they-
lazy
I saw
film
the-
anyway, so
I just
Yeah,
at the
I'm
time, but the
surprised.
Fifth Element with the fact that that gun just had like it was like 9 different weapons into one gun was holy shit.
The ZF.
That is not how we walk around carrying our rifle, Lieutenant.
Mm.
Jesus.
Yeah, there's so many movies where it's like bad trigger discipline. I can't say how
Oh,
many
she's
times.
just walking around carrying it by the handle. Like anytime I remember, I've yelled at so many soldiers for that. I was like, "Is that a piece of fucking luggage? Is that luggage? What are you doing walking around with
Well,
luggage?
Wes.
That's a fucking weapon."
I understand the problem is because she's a woman, so
She is a woman. Yeah, that's right. You know, believe it or not, young Wes watching this movie and then later joining the army 20 years later, I actually, I was like, oh, well, all women will in the military, they're all going to be like Vasquez. They're all going to be badasses. And then reality set in.
that's kind of cool with Newt though. She's showing out Newt. It's like she's she can't sleep in bed right now because she hasn't slept in bed for like what weeks or months or some shit. Like
Weeks at least.
Yeah. So Bishop made it there after crawling for 45 minutes. Right.
Okay, so I'm sorry, guys. I was looking it up, but there's a movie with Charles Dance called Undertow, and it's got the dude from Lawnmower Man, and it's about Charles Dance playing like a crazy, like hillbilly mountain man who like kidnaps him. I want to see that because this is one thing we love. It's English limey bastards doing American accents.
I do love it so.
Asians.
I do.
I want to
love it
hear
so.
Charles Dance do a Southern accent so bad.
And
Oh,
then
here we come. Now, what's great about this face hugger scene is like the sprinklers. I don't know if you guys know about this, but obviously the shots of the fucking face hugger when the sprinklers are going off, it's done in reverse. But I remember like there's
I
so
didn't know
many
that.
problems,
I didn't
so
know
many
that.
problems with like the director and the crew. And one of the big problems and one of the big it took them until the movie came out where this crew realized like, holy shit. Because like you have to understand, they worked with Ridley Scott for Alien.
Yeah.
And they were very faithful to him. They're British. They have their own standards. They're not used to this fast-paced, on-hands. Like the idea that James Cameron was like rearranging the lights himself and moving stuff. That's like not cool. It's not allowed because of unions. And yeah, like they had a huge argument about the fact that they were going to do the reverse shot because the sprinklers are on. The water is going to be going up. And it's like James Cameron they were arguing about it for hours. Like no one's going to notice. No one's going to notice. And it's like, they were like, no, the water's going to be going up. It's going to look backwards. It's going to look weird. And it's like, of course, like they saw the footage finally after hours of arguing and they were like, he's right. And it's like, you know how much time we could have saved? You just listen to me. So from now on, when I fucking say something, please, please just listen to me.
That's why he has a reputation for being difficult. No, the guy's was just a bloody perfectionist. He wants his film to be fucking right.
And it's also like, you're arguing for 2 hours and surprise, oh, it's tea time again. Time for more tea. The union said so. And it's just like,
he turned the camera off, you prick.
James Cameron's like pulling. Oh yeah. Paul Reiser's a fucking piece of shit. The fact that Toxic says he likes it makes his whole my whole friendship with him questionable. Like I don't even.
The face hugger, he sees it on camera and just turns the camera off. Like,
Paul Reiser's own mother apparently cheered when his character died in this movie. I read that. I also like how long is this movie? An hour. Okay, so it took me about an hour and 20 minutes to read all the trivia about this movie while talking, obviously. But Jesus,
he broke the chair.
Also, real heavy duty glass. I mean, it's plastic, I guess. Transparent aluminum, like in Star Trek. There you go.
That's a future glass right there.
I'm scared too, you little idiot.
I'm mostly scared, Ripley. Mostly.
Mostly.
I shit my pants, Ripley. Mostly.
Ripley, I made an accident.
She must get that on the fucking streets a lot still.
Oh God, that must
Yeah.
be. Can you imagine her students in class that she teaches and shit?
Look-
It's like,
look,
did anyone
class-
get all the answers on? They're like mostly.
Look, class, I mostly don't talk about my acting history, mostly, but if you must know,
Mostly.
I
Oh,
was
this
new.
is brutal. This is brutal.
yeah.
Oh God.
Look at it.
So I want you to watch
Why did-
carefully
why
when the
did-
thing
Oh,
jumps.
oh,
Wait for it.
Like,
fuck.
God, I love practical effects. I just love
yeah,
practical.
it looks so
Look at
scary. It's gonna jump,
Ugh.
and it's like you can't even tell.
Jesus.
The water's moving backwards. Like, how on earth would you fucking
Yeah.
be able to tell?
Yeah,
Fucking
yeah.
hell. That's
And it's like one of those things. Oh hell yeah! It looks like a clawed, just like a vampire hand, you know, with like long fingers. It looks delicious. Like whatever it
Yeah.
is, I want to boil it and eat it with fucking
Somebody
sauce.
get Enzo. Somebody get Enzo in there. Quick.
It's a big one too. Like one of those would be a substantial meal. More autoerotic asphyxiation for you guys. You always love to joke about that.
Oh,
Blue collar-
who got
blue
my
collar-
rope?
blue
Who got my
collar-
rope? Yeah.
No, we're-
Hey, Chris, you're not rubbing one out to the scene, are you? What's
No.
happening over there?
He had to go pee.
Nice.
What do you mean all clear? How do you know? Like, but of course, I mean, yeah, you find out that she was locked in that room purposely.
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly.
The two that were in the tank were set free.
I say we grease this rat fuck son of a bitch right now.
I say we
We're
rat
both
fuck
Sonny.
this greasy son of a bitch right now. Wait, no, wait. Oh, sorry.
I say we whack off this. No, that's the wrong one.
Yeah.
Wait, I say we jerk this guy off.
I say we all take turns sucking this guy's dick to find out what he knows.
Let's closely penetrate this guy.
Pull his
No,
cock
no,
out. We're all
damn
gonna
it.
start sucking it. Tell us what you know, Hicks. Just like
They send me in to interrogate. Send Wes in there. Yeah, I'm fucking you tonight, just so you know. But I told you
I'll
everything.
talk right now. I'll tell you everything I know.
I told you everything. Oh, yeah, I don't care whether you told me everything or not, Mr. Burke.
All right, all right.
Take
I'm
your belt
going
out.
against
This
what
is
I want.
happening.
This is happening.
Dog meat, pal.
You're dog meat, pal.
This is so
Now, when they say
nuts.
dog meat, do you mean like the meat of a dog or like the meat for a dog to eat? Like scraps, like table scraps.
I always assumed it was the meat for the dog.
Yeah.
You know, Burke.
Or is it that dog meat is such like a, I don't want to eat dog meat. Ew, that's like the lowest ranking.
Maybe in
eat
China
meat.
it means dog meat. Dog
Yeah,
meat.
I don't want to
Yeah.
eat dog meat.
All
I want
right.
cow.
We waste them. No offense. I like the little callback, the no offense that he gives them. All right, we waste them. No offense.
Yeah.
No offense.
I want you two with trackers. Check
Dude.
the corridors. Move.
Three animals, man.
Man, I mean, we're animals, Hudson. What the fuck are you trying to say,
True.
idiot? You know, Hudson,
Ooh, look
I
at
just
her
want to
arms.
tell you
Look at
that I
her
fucking
arms.
hate you, Wesley. I've always never liked you, and I hope you die. That's
Hudson, I just want to say, listen to me, okay?
I just want to
Mira,
tell you, I'm
mira.
more of a man than you'll ever be, you
Mira,
pussy.
I'm gonna tell you. I know that we're not gonna make it off of this, but I want you to remember one thing. If you get out of here and I don't, it's vatos locos forever.
Yeah.
Vatos locos forever. Say it,
Wanna-
pinche.
I want to tell you something, Hudson. I think you're a pinchy maricon. There you go.
I think that you're soft like butter. I like how she doesn't trust Hudson with this tracker.
Yeah, I need to
info.
see. I need to see my own tracker info.
Yeah.
Fucking double check.
Vasquez.
He's probably looking at his fucking tracker upside down. The signal's telling me it's in love with me.
Get back to
Hmm.
operations.
All right.
It's game time.
That you gotta admit that's pretty fucking badass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like
All
we're-
right, game time.
pacing is so good. Like I know you guys want more aliens, but it's like it's so like the idea of like prepping for battle. It's in every movie.
Yeah.
Every movie has like a preparing for the conflict, whether it's like studying for the test or fucking bolting these doors down and fucking, you know, cocking your shotguns, whatever. Something's coming.
They're coming. They're
Yeah.
down to
How are
the
they
floor.
so close? Guys, it should take you like you should already be realizing it's there in the ceiling. It did take a
Yeah.
little too long. Like the thought that they might not even be in the ceiling hasn't even crossed their minds. I'd be like, someone make sure they're not in the vents.
12 meters. 11.
Dude,
Fuck
imagine if
I
you were in a
like
theater.
that her voice. I like that her voice cracked a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. Like even Vasquez is scared at
Nobody
this
wants
point.
to die.
Yeah.
That's you're in a theater right now full of people on opening night for this
Sure.
movie, dude. The fucking
Yeah.
theater's on the edge of their goddamn seats right now,
God.
dude. Hell yeah. This movie was the reason why James Cameron was allowed to get carte blanche with his movies, Final Cut.
4.
He could fucking,
Ray.
you know.
He's like, what the hell, man? Where are they?
Oh, duh. This is where I'd be like, oh, right, obviously. I'm stupid. I
Yeah.
should have.
Obviously,
Oh,
we
shit.
check. Someone didn't read the plans
My
correctly.
bad, y'all. I didn't realize that there were stealings.
Okay, here's the deal.
Right
That's
there.
terrifying.
Holy shit.
That's terrifying as fuck.
It'd be better if Hudson just kind of put it down gently. He's like, "Hey, made a face.
Maybe they'll just pass us by.
Everyone, shut up."
Do something.
You were definitely going over your 6-second rule. I think. I don't know.
Doing spurts. Why?
Like
Are
6
you?
seconds every
Yeah.
like 30 seconds, though, isn't it? I don't know
Nah,
the rules.
I'm doing faster.
In a related note, Blue Collar Losers Loser Lounge was demonetized.
Not even demonetized, just struck it
Copyright.
entirely.
Copyright claim tag 2.
Deleted.
I'm in counting 10.
He gets some fucking Disney credits.
Fucking
Boy.
blue collar's over here living like he's Sniper Wolf.
Imagine
You
if
ain't
you
got it
played.
like that. Look at him. Get him. Oh, Hudson, you fucking beautiful bastard, you.
Yeah, he
Oh,
does kind of prove
motherfucker.
himself. He kind of goes out.
I got it all
fearlessly.
day. I got it all day, baby. Come on, motherfucker.
The point is, he was afraid when he was earlier, but he's not afraid in
Just
the
don't give a
midst
fuck
of his
now.
own death. You know, faces his death valiantly.
Damn.
Also,
It
you know, they
was.
probably didn't kill him. You know, like they always just end
Damn.
up like.
There is
taking you and
actually a
fucking
deleted scene with where Hudson's
sedate you.
where Hudson's been used to fucking as a host and he's
They're
actually
all
begging.
used as hosts.
Yeah,
That's why Alien 3 was also cool. It's the only movie where you see an alien like actively like eating someone, like killing them. You
Yeah.
know.
God, man, she is so fucking sexy, dude. She's
Yeah,
like,
she
yeah, I
is.
got
I know,
it.
like I said, she never does it for me in other films, but here, fucking smoking.
She didn't do anything for you in Titanic when she was cradling her children. Trying
Maybe,
to,
maybe near dark. Come on.
everything's gonna be all right, Daddy. Oh, it's because it's because you're naturally like
Oh.
drawn to people with different DNA. So you see like an Irish, little English woman. Oh yeah, okay. So Paul Reiser, you're a character that's so terrible. You play a character such an asshole that the audience cheers when you die.
Mm.
I fucking hate that guy. Except Wes. Wes is sad.
I have said,
I like
let's
that guy.
R.I.P. Burke.
I was hoping Burke would survive.
Burke was the MVP, man.
It's like this vent, you can barely crawl through it, but when you cut inside the vent, it's like you can get on your knees and walk.
Yeah.
Movie vents.
Well, so right now, the xenomorphs are too big for these vents, right? Shit.
No, they come.
Yeah.
They go through the fucking aliens go through those vents like they
Look how
swim.
fucking huge these vents are. I mean,
Yeah.
these are.
Yeah, that's true.
Tight.
Yeah.
Usually tight in real life.
They move through that. When they come after Vasquez,
Yeah.
they're fucking hauling ass after her.
Oh,
Which way?
Bing, bing.
some big vents.
Bishop, do you read me?
Bishop. $16. All right.
Start your clocks.
Look at that thing. That thing is hauling.
Oh yeah.
ass.
Right. Damn.
Ah!
Like it was
Jesus
fucking
Christ.
fly.
I feel like they filmed that poor guy in the suit.
All right, calm down. Calm down, LT. Jesus, I'm doing my fucking best. You're up there fucking holding your pud in a fucking pistol.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here being the MVP back here, fucking keeping them away from you guys. All right, she goes dry and immediately goes to the pistol.
Yep.
Look at that. Fucking rock star.
Acid blood. Acid thing is like one of these acid burns is so bad it would incapacitate you. Like you have to understand a burn like that, like your foot is probably like fucking hanging off at a certain point, you know?
Yeah.
It's like hanging on a few tendons. That kind of shit burns through the bone.
Yeah, he redeems himself. He goes back.
This movie is missing like a great special effects shot of how bad her leg is, you know, how bad the acid affects humans, you know? Like Hudson gets some on his arm. It luckily gets some mostly on his armor, but like, fuck, dude, it burns right through your fucking flesh, you know?
New, why do you randomly sound British? Is it because this was a British production and you were kept in a British daycare?
Ripley. I mostly speak in an American accent, mostly.
Damn.
Actually, I think there might be a bit of
Yeah.
trivia there.
Yeah, way to go, boy.
upbringing.
Okay.
What a tiny little grenade. Those are like grenades that are like, I don't like the size of those grenades because they're easy to lose. I don't want to be finding grenades in the couch cushions and shit. You know, a grenade should be like big, just so you don't fucking lose it or misplace it. You can't be keeping grenades in your pen pocket. You know, that's too small. Scary. So she kept intentionally fucking this take up so she could slide down this more.
Really?
This
I
actress-
heard that.
Yes,
Yeah, I heard that.
And
I heard
James
that.
Cameron was like, look, you do it right once, and I will let you play on the slide all day. And he did.
Nice.
She kept being like, hey, bye. And she would like, fucking I
No,
guess we'll
she
have
was
to do this again.
she had that British thing going, so she was probably like, all right, pit, what, I'll see you later. I'm on my way down the chute.
Yeah, what do British kids say instead of we? Do they say we too, or is it more like woo?
You know what? I think it actually makes sense for her to sound a little randomly British because she's in a colony with a mixture of people, Americans and British, and she's lived there her whole life, hasn't she?
I watched a pretty good movie called Queen of Hearts, and it was like this 80s movie about this Italian family. And it's funny because the kids, they're all like first generation English. They live in England, but they all have like English accents, you know. But, you know, the dad and the mom are like super Italian. It's a cute movie. You know, in a
I
little
don't think that would
cafe.
happen. I think they would speak Italian as well.
Yeah.
We got
Well, it's like
fucking
my
points.
Italian relatives. They live in Australia and they speak Italian, but they got Australian English accents. So they have
Man, that's
weird,
fucking weird.
they got
That
weird
is
accents.
weird.
Yeah, they got weird accents. Australia is like, yeah, it's like the second biggest home of La Cosa Nostra. The mafia is big down there. A lot of Italians in Australia, especially in like Sydney area.
And
have,
so go out to the
Italian
backyard
communities.
and go grab one of those spiders so we can make a good meal out of it. And so roast a bit of garlic on the top of this
I
kangaroo.
wish I could channel my aunt, how my Aunt Rosalie sounds like. I wish I could.
I would actually pay money to hear what that sounds like.
Yeah, it's a weird accent. I'm thinking about it. I'm trying to do it, but I have to get back to you on that one.
All right, that's fair.
Those weird spiders. Damn,
My uncle Lucho lives in Australia, and he's got a full blown Italian accent because he's a fucking old man. Ah! Look how sad she is.
No.
She didn't cry when Hicks died or Hudson died.
It's gone. Damn. It's the doll head.
Thank God the dolly's all right.
Come on. Yeah, as a Marine, you got to be like, come on, dude.
Come on. She's
She knows.
she's
She
dead.
knows. She knows that she's not dead. Ooh.
It's where it's like those emotional moments where she's alive. That's why people are so pissed off with.
Yeah, I also like how Ripley's like
Anne
taller.
Craig.
Ripley's taller than Hicks. She's
Well,
got like 6
Sigourney
inches
Weaver
on
is a
Yeah.
big bitch.
her. A tall woman. She's like a volleyball player or something, basketball player. Look at him. Look at the fucking height difference. It's great. Yeah, knew it. It's like anytime there's a moment where we chill.
As I said, it's burning through his fucking armor, man. Damn.
Right. So like let me tell you, I put my hand out and I drip some acid on my forearm. It'll fucking burn through and start dripping out the other side. You know what I mean? It's not good.
That ate through his fucking entire chest plate was melted. Like
it still burned him significantly, and he's out of combat.
Why do I feel like if Enzo did pour some acid on his arm, one of his relatives will come in? What are you making? You're making something good in that. It smells delicious.
I've definitely poured lots of acid on my skin, just not that kind of acid, bro.
Yeah, I hear you.
I've gotten puddled before, man, where I fucking put like enough acid on my hand where I could like, it was like a teaspoon. I could slurp it.
Yeah.
It's like fucking 50 drops or some shit. I was tripping my balls off. I've never taken too much acid, but I've definitely taken a lot of acid.
I just Googled her height. She's actually fucking 6 foot.
Yeah. That's a huge bitch.
The big bitch.
That's a big bitch.
What's that from? Deuce Bigelow?
Yeah.
God damn it. Why do we... That movie's so stupid, yet everyone knows that goddamn line.
Yeah.
Right?
I know.
It's a freak.
I couldn't even tell you like any other joke in that movie.
Yeah. That's a huge bitch. Behemoth.
Yeah, the idea of taping 2 awesome guns. You already have 2 cool guns.
I know.
Tape them together.
Yeah, I have
Duct
2.
tape.
I have these badass guns. I'm gonna tape them together and make them even more badass.
If you can't fix it, duck it. And if you can't duck it, fuck it.
Yeah, Michael Biehn is in shape for this one too.
And again, like we all know this set is actually, 5 feet tall. Still.
I had an eye-opening experience watching this with my mom late night on cable one time, and I watched this and I'm like, "Would you come back for me or Kim, my sister?" And she's like, "No way." She's like, "Nope."
My mother loves this movie. She loves these movies. She liked, like I said many times, your favorite movie is Bruce Willis, Die Hard.
Damn.
She loves First Blood.
Wilson Browns, that shit.
I don't want to hear about it, Bishop.
Yeah. Okay, well, yeah. It was kind of your idea to nuke the planet, I mean? So hurry it up, woman.
See you, Hicks.
Dwayne. That was my dad's middle name, you know that?
It's kind of funny how Bishop said it's you can see a cloud the size of Nebraska. Like, damn.
Yeah. You're talking about a gigaton bomb or a 50 megaton bomb at least.
How big is Nebraska? Holy shit.
Yeah. Half the size of Texas. Yeah, dude, you'd be amazed what a 50 megaton bomb could take out, dude. Like a 50 megaton bomb is like half of Montana. So I was joking about like gigaton bombs. Like if we ever get into war with other planets, that's what we'll be using.
Yeah.
Hundreds of megatons, thousands of megatons. That's insane. You're talking about planet exploders. Like the idea of a gigaton bomb, like you wouldn't even build them on Earth. You would build them on another planet for safety, Like, fuck that, dude.
You gotta love the gearing up scene.
Yeah, exactly. Every time. It's like this is, and it's great because there's like a ticking clock to the gearing up.
Plus,
we got to be done by the time we get to the bottom floor.
Well, plus it's one of those, like, I mean, it's basically a suicide mission, isn't it? And she has this moment where she's just like, all right, am I really doing this shit? Yep. Fuck it.
Yeah. And this is why James Horner is one of the goats, because he did the score without seeing hardly any of the final edited footage. He was just like, all right, it's got to be intense and building up and awesome.
Right there, just great acting where her facial expression just like.
I know. She said so much with her face. Right.
Man,
she's like, all right.
She's just like,
hey, God.
Fuck.
She's like, God, you haven't been super fucking nice to me so far. So you just fucking help me out a little bit.
This is her interior monologue when she takes that breath. It's more like, fuck. Here we go.
That's a face West makes when he gets on his knees.
Yikes.
And then, of course, now the music stops. We got all the smoke, and of course, classic James Cameron, all the fucking metal corridors with steam and fucking fire. Burn it down. Also, it's like gingerbread crumbs. Like find the fire is like your way back, you know? That's how you find out where where you were.
That's exactly what she was doing.
Yeah, because I remember thinking when I was a kid, like, or not when I was a kid, but one of more recent viewings, a few years back, like thinking, like, why is she just so gung ho with a fire? Because she's afraid aliens can be hiding in any like dark area, first of all. But also, yeah, it's also like when you run out of there, like when you play Isolation, you realize like when you got to run out of the fucking spaceship, you're like, oh, which way is it? Shit, it all looks the same.
That flamethrower, she's just fucking burning everything. Damn.
James Cameron always has these little details, like just mentioned.
Yeah.
Poor Luke is like, this is like a regular weeknight, and Luke is fucking up till like 4 a.m. with our asses. That's crazy. Your wife must fucking love it. What are you doing? Are you up there with them septics watching fucking movies again? Are ya?
I'm not seeing
every fucking night.
It was our fucking days out. It was our fucking plans for the week.
Is Blue Collar? Is everyone still seeing Blue Collar's screen when he shares it, or are you just seeing an hourglass?
I saw it. I thought I saw it.
Here?
Oh, yeah. I'm not seeing anything. Let me
Really?
duck in and come back out.
I see it.
Right, okay.
Let me duck out and come back in.
Yeah.
I see it.
All right.
Goddamn Enzo.
Enzo,
Look
what
at
are
my
you
screen.
doing?
Yeah, you guys see that? You see that, Luke? Right there?
I can see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like literally, because I'm watching this on my computer.
Goddamn Enzo.
Like yours is like right next to mine, and because
Yeah.
it's synced up, it you know what I mean? Like I see double. When you play yours, it's I got a
Trust
double
me.
feed.
I'm seeing double too right now, so
Time to go drive some people around for a little bit.
I would
Make a
never
little
do
extra
that.
cash.
All right, Enzo, you see right here?
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay, cool.
Oh, well, she's dead. I better get going.
Oh, anyway.
How tragic would it have been if she'd have just fucking put the pulse rifle under her chin and just been like, fuck it.
Imagine if she like licks it and it's all sugary.
Well,
She's
this
like,
wouldn't have had any more
delicious.
sequels anyway.
It tastes like corn syrup. It's like, this also looks like a big fucking juicy bowl of like Alfredo pasta.
Delicious.
You know, with like
God,
fucking
Enzo.
shrimp.
Dude, did you not eat dinner tonight or something?
No, I'm just saying I'm one of the odd people that think these face burgers
Were
are
there
delicious.
Were there no Burger Kings for you to stop at on the drive home? Like, God.
No, I got a bunch of Taco City. I ate a burger before I came in here, and I got a half a burrito waiting for me.
That's because Megan's in there cooking dinner as well.
Oh, dude, Taco City burrito. Check this out. It's chorizo, chicken, bacon, sour cream, refried beans, and cheese. And you're like, damn,
still
that's a
hungry right
weird
now?
combo, but fuck, it's good.
Sounds it.
I just wish there was some like
Squelching
vegetables
noise
on
as
it.
well.
Just wish there was like vegetables. Now we're about to hear the famous fucking James Horner song that was like used in so many goddamn movie trailers from the 80s and 90s, you know?
Got all that fucking smoke blowing in them as well. That must have been a pain in the ass for the actors.
Yeah. Luckily it's
Nobody takes
cotton
you out to
candy.
do
It's
that.
cotton candy scented, so it's not so bad.
This is so well done. This is so
Yeah.
fucking well done.
Yeah, you wonder what she's looking at.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like walking into a
And-
landmine.
I guess here's the thing. The one thing about the
Oh.
Queen hypothesis scene where they hypothesize about the Queen, this would have come out of nowhere. And you would be like, oh, it's all these eggs. And then like when you see the Queen, like you wouldn't even understand what's like registering what the fuck you're
Oh.
looking at.
I know.
I think,
What is
I
that?
Think you,
Oh, jeez.
It's like
I
Jim
think you-
Carrey crawling out of that rhinoceros.
Yeah.
I think you underestimate the audience, and so you don't give your audience 4, you give them 2
It's so-
plus 2.
No, I mean they know what a queen is. They know what the Queen is. They know what they're seeing, but it's like
Someone built all
registering.
that too. It's sick.
Because like I guess there is a moment where like you would see this and be like, oh,
one of the fucking dead bodies that was turning fucking stunk in real life. I
Oh,
wonder if this did as
shit.
well. Yeah, God, that is awesome.
I like how the Queen set up right in front of that spotlight
like-
so she could look extra scary.
Yeah. Now, Enzo, now this is all fucking puppets, right? I mean, they probably got like fucking bunch of.
No, it's gigantic. Yeah, gigantic
Yes.
puppet. It's a fucking huge animatronic puppet. And yeah, this is again back to what I said about why I like the first and third Alien designs is the lips, and like the shield that the Queen has is kind of like those lips. You know, it looks kind of inert until the head comes out.
I love this unspoken Mexican standoff thing that happens here, where she's just like, she's like, all right, see this thing? See my boomstick?
Yeah.
All right. You want to fuck around?
Yeah, translate for us, Wes. You have brought me another queen. Hey,
I have hot stuff. I point hot stuff at your eggs. And so you get me? And she gives a little nod to the creatures, a little psychic communication. And then all of a sudden the drones back off. They're like, all right, all right, all right. They're like, the Queen's like, listen, this bitch be about that life. Back up.
How the Queen has fuck African accent.
What you doing? And yes, I am a queen in here.
No, it's more like, yes, queen. I'm the queen, baby.
Slay queen. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, these are all my eggs and shit. Don't touch them. Those eggs are like worth more than your fucking life. So if you touch them, I'll kill you. I'll have you dead, bitch. Okay?
Bitch. Ripley's like,
no, she's like, hey, you were gonna let us go. Fuck this. Fuck this. You
devil. Oh no, you did not. Oh no, you didn't.
Bitch, it's fucking on. Hold this.
Oh my god. I am totally gonna break myself off of my umbilical cord and rip you into asshole.
Hold my fucking bag. I'm gonna fuck this bitch up.
With your cheap ass haircut and your dirty shirt coming in my area.
Is there a better chick fight of all time versus the Alien versus Ripley, or is there Alien Queen versus Ripley, or is there a better chick fight?
I mean, I would probably just say that on the one hand, I'd say no, but I mean, we do have to give credit where credit's due. Jennifer Lawrence paved the way because there had never been an inspiration. There'd never been a woman in an action movie before. It'd never been done.
Yeah.
Not before the Hunger Games.
But is there
before she was born here?
Am I forgetting like an action scene where two women fight naked? Because if so, that would probably be better. But otherwise, this is the best chick fight of all time.
Jennifer Lawrence fights naked on the beach in their new movie.
Oh yeah, that was. It's funny how you were joking about Jennifer Lawrence, but now you're like non-ironically like, no, Jennifer Lawrence. That was a great chick fight, and you are right.
Fucking hell up. Sigourney Weaver, she was a fucking sexy woman back then. Still on?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, we got you.
Phone went quiet then.
No, we can hear you. We can't understand you.
I was just thinking about how my birthday's in 3.5 hours. So I was like looking at the clock. I was like, oh shit, hell yeah. Happy birthday to me,
she's
isn't it funny that even with a fan blowing on him, Enzo looks as sweaty as the Marines did in this fucking movie.
Yeah, I'm not too sweaty, but it is a little. I didn't have AC on or anything. I just kind of came in here. Also, I didn't shower, so my hair is like, I have bed hair. This is my bed hair from the drive.
That's the clothes you put on after you shower?
Yeah, well, I thought I'd represent. This shirt was in my dresser drawer for a while.
It was in your dresser drawer, or it was in your fucking trunk of your car underneath your spare?
This shirt was white. Now it's a disgusting beige color over the years. No, I'm just kidding.
Jesus.
Yeah, this shirt is actually why I came up with the name of my podcast, because the first time I was talking about Star Wars on Facebook, I just happened to be wearing this shirt. And I was like, we did a big Rise of Skywalker.
Strong, but she still feels fear.
Instead of letting Meg read books and critique them, you should give her some lessons on fucking doing laundry, because that shit is fucked up. Just so you know,
this is my laundry, and yeah, it's a little wrinkled. I don't care.
You're a man. You're a man. You have a woman, and you do your own laundry.
I live in my own house in another city.
Damn.
The fucking size of that bitch. Damn.
Yeah, elevator going up. I also like how the Queen is so like, she's like gifted the other elevator, because Ripley was like in a frantic pace, like pushing the elevator button, calling the elevators, call them all.
Good catch. That's a good catch.
It's like if she just pushed the elevator once, it would have been fine.
Damn.
Yeah, and she's like, oh, I'm fucked up. Fuck. Oh, wait. Hello. Yes, queen. Time to slay.
Yes. Oh, I'm gonna get this bitch once and for all.
Ooh,
You
baby.
think you're gonna do this with your little dykey haircut? Oh, I got something for that ass.
Platform 7. And yeah, it's so funny because like you're still not sure about Bishop. You still don't know to trust him.
You.
And like, you fucker.
God damn you,
Bishop.
What? How much would it have sucked if she had one grenade left and she just decided to go out hardcore with her and Newt?
Yeah.
Close your eyes, honey. You're gonna hear a loud pop, and then we're gonna be in heaven together.
Yeah, fucking Bishop shows up at the last minute. He's like, wait.
Just in time to see them explode.
No, you don't even see
Sorry,
the
I was taking a piss.
Like, big crater
Won't
with
have to
all the
get.
viscera around it and nothing else. You're just like, ooh. I hope
Actually,
that wasn't them.
Wait, can Bishop take a piss even though he's artificial?
I don't know. He eats, or does he eat? He didn't eat the cornbread, right?
Stupid question.
He doesn't eat.
You know what's funny is like they both complain about the artificial cornbread in both movies,
that joke doesn't
Alien
work,
and Aliens. Apparently, the artificial cornbread of the future sucks.
That's terrifying.
Yeah. So it knows how to work lifts. Then again, been there long enough.
Hot box in
Yeah,
that
smart,
elevator,
they do
bro.
that.
He made it.
Here comes
Yay.
the big piece.
Yeah. Oh, is that the last fucking
Dun,
minute?
dun, 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 dun. It's just metal clanking.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun,
So
dun,
if you
dun.
look closely, you can see when they accidentally pick up the alien queen.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, because they go over the ledge for a second.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Imagine if James Cameron was like George Lucas and it's like in the special edition, we added a computer animated shot of the queen hopping on the fucking, Yeah, they got. You think that they're being pulled by the garbage? Woo! Where's the queen hiding though? I mean, she got in the dock somehow. They're like cockroaches, how they can just like slide through crevices and show up in the fucking kitchen all of a sudden. God, like ants. Like you wonder how the hell did the ants get in the house? They're fucking ants, dog.
Wow.
Oh, fun fact. This mushroom cloud is a bunch of cotton with a flashlight in it.
Huh.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's exactly what it is. It's literally cotton.
All right.
Practical.
Well, movie's over. All right. Good job.
Yeah,
everybody.
guys. That was fun. I mean, only 2.5 hours. Well, I, for one, welcome, Ari.
From an audience standpoint, you think it is over. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
We
made it.
Yeah.
It's like a whole
They always have
bonus
to pull
action
one
scene.
last thing out, though,
This movie could have ended right here. We would have been fine with it. We still would have thought it was a good movie.
Yeah, true. I agree.
But James Cameron was like, nah, let's fucking give him one more ride.
See, this is why I hate Alien 3 so much, because it totally just shits on everything that we just fucking watched.
It's what happens in life sometimes.
The same thing.
Sometimes everything's going great in life and you get a fucking car crash and your fans and family are all killed.
After.
Sometimes like you just get married and someone gets a diagnosis of a fatal disease. Sometimes shit happens.
Sometimes you shoot an Iraqi 12-year-old that has a AK-47 and it turns out it was just a prop in an accident.
I'm not trying to joke. This is not a joke, but like if I could sum up all of the first 3 Alien movies with one word, with what they represent, the first one,
awesome.
The stinger, pale.
Yeah.
But again, more penetration, The idea is, like I said, if I could sum up the first 3 movies in 3 words, like the first one would be like what it represents is grape, literally. Rape, the R word. The second movie would represent, maternity. And then the third movie is nihilism.
Even though it's like artificially his insides still look a little fleshy.
Yeah. It's like tubes and cables and white milky porridge. Yeah, like I said, the third one just has this nihilistic, defeatist attitude. The aliens win. You know, the aliens won, dude. Like, we can't fucking escape them. They suck. It's like termites. Like, once you get them in the foundation, dude, that's it.
Yeah, I have no faith in the new Disney alien films coming out.
No, why would you?
They will never
Why
have
would you?
terrifying.
If you did, I would judge your character. I would judge your judgment. Yeah.
Getting great for your makeup job. Holy shit. It's all gooey as insides.
And alien just knows. It's just like, wait a minute. Nope. Smell's getting weaker over here. It's right here. It's nice and strong right here. There it is. Grab it.
Pull it. Fucking white liquid on him as well. Over some
Damn.
Yeah.
Also, you have to understand those floorboards are bolted into the ground. She's able to just grab them and yank them off.
Oh,
like
yeah.
that, you know?
Yeah, she just yanked it. She just yanked it right up.
Here it comes. One of the best lines of all time.
Yeah.
I'll wait for it.
Now, she was supposed to originally say, get away from her, you bitch, like lower.
Yeah.
And she did it higher, and they were like, that's the one.
I like how Scream 2 gets this wrong.
Get away from her, you bitch.
Oh.
I believe the line is stay away from her, bitch. It's like, no, it isn't. Get away from her. Idiot. But it's also, you could argue, like, Timothy Olyphant was the killer, so he knew the correct phrasing.
Right.
So this whole fucking fight is Sigourney basically fighting a big ass wire prop
The
right now.
Battle of the Puppets tonight
Yeah.
on fucking CBS.
Damn.
Yep, nice and slimy. And yeah, here we go. First time we see
No
the
words to
inner
describe
mouth
this.
in the whole movie.
It's just awesome.
Woo!
Yeah, but she's still
Slay
figuring her way
Queen, I'm
out
going to hit you with my tail, bitch. Damn.
Cat fight.
So
Yeah, I
she's
like
figuring
how
out Ripley's moves as well.
you're sharing too much of the screen. I'm probably there's no way that was 6 seconds, dude. There's no fucking way.
Worry about it.
Yeah. Nice interpretive dance.
Hit her.
She starts
Fucking
putting on
blue
music.
collar
There you
sniper.
go. She starts like turning on the fucking fight tunes. Here we go.
Play Spice Girls.
Slay Queen,
Yeah.
what?
The bitch, I'm the
Blue
bitch,
collar
and the
fucking
bitch
sniper.
is back. Fucking Elton John. That's what I'm gonna do right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, blowtorch.
Yeah, flame seems to be the best thing against them. If you shoot them, you get fucking acid blood on you as well.
Well, that's the point about Alien 3 is like we have no weapons on this prison planet. That was like the whole. That was why Alien 3 rocked. You got one alien, but you got no weapons. And you're like, oh my God. So it's like, well, what do we do? It's like, well, they seem to be afraid of fire. And then she offhandedly says, like, surely you have the means to create fire. Because they're telling them like all the fucking lack of materials they have on this prison planet.
Is it me or is the pencil quiet on my end?
Huh? Am I quiet? Is my mic too quiet?
That's fine to me.
Oh, I don't know. No, maybe you turn up the volume.
Yeah, I'm not seeing Stu Pencil on my end. I don't know if he was talking to him.
Really?
Yeah, someone's playing up here.
Yeah, I see him just fine.
Yeah, it's all black here.
Oh,
I can see
well,
you lot.
It could
I
be
can see Toxic. You blue collar.
weird.
Stu Pencil. Can't hear him.
Poltergeist.
Look at that shit. Hold up. Hold it.
Oh, yeah.
There it goes.
Oh, yeah, Stupendous just dropped out.
I'll get you next time, you bitch. Also, the idea that it can survive in the vastness of space somehow. Probably. Ooh, upper body strength on Bishop is excellent. Bishop, you smell greasy.
Bishop, don't get that all over me. That's gross.
It's like one close call after another this entire last half.
There's no way you would be able to pull yourself up that ladder, guys. I'm sorry, I hate to say it.
Yeah,
You would get blown out like nothing. Holy shit! I want a raise and a drink and a massage.
I'm gonna need a bonus. I'm gonna need a bonus and a spa day. I need a spa day for sure.
I need a vacation.
Are we sure the alien's gone now? Are we fucking sure? No, we're not, because there was a face hugger on board.
We're not, because there's another one running around. God damn it.
And it's a queen face hugger, which
as soon as this finishes, I'll leave the rest.
I guess that was like the queen's final thing. Like,
not scissoring when she gets older.
Yeah. I assume the queen like laid one more of queen face hugger while she was on board there.
I guess that's
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Whatever. Anyway.
Or you could just operate on the assumption that this is the last movie.
Yeah, the idea that Neil Blomkamp was going to do a direct sequel to Aliens.
Things back to back. I watched the first, so ignore the rest.
Yeah. Well, like the idea that like Neil Blomkamp was going to do like some kind of direct sequel to Aliens, like Alien 3 never happened.
Yeah.
And it's like that sounds cool and all, but I don't know.
Can I dream?
Sure. You can dream.
Yeah, you can have a dream. If you have a dream about drowning in your cryo sleep, don't worry, it's just a dream.
Yep.
Spoiler
this
for
is
Alien
the last
3.
time. This is the last time they ever talk. Yep.
Yeah, really.
Very sad.
Yeah, they just kill her. They fucking cut the fuck out of her as well.
Yeah, they have to give an autopsy to make sure she doesn't have a fucking alien inside of her. And then, of course, the twist is Ripley has the alien inside of her.
Yeah, really.
She was sure that there was a queen on board because when she's examining the wreckage, there's a fucking acid burn on one of the cryo tubes.
Yeah.
I mean, Alien 3 is good, guys. I hate how it's hated. I understand it's not as good as the first two.
It's not. It's shit.
Yeah, so there we go. 2 hours and 41 minutes, but wow, what a ride. So
yeah, I mean, for us anyway, the guys who watched it. For you watching us, I don't know, maybe.
It was fun, but
it always is.
Yeah, I mean, no, I think that was the biggest thing that pissed people off with the third one is because In Drinker said this is killing fucking two characters off screen. That's always the biggest mistake with sequels. It's
also like we worked so hard to save them, and I understand.
Yeah,
like sometimes you work really hard and it doesn't matter. Some bullshit happens.
Yep,
right.
So.
You work really hard.
I still can't see Stupenzo or hear him.
Yeah,
well, don't know what's going on there.
It's gotta be I mean, I see Enzo.
Yeah, I feel like you've been talking over me like the whole stream.
Toxic.
Yeah. Why hasn't he tell him to refresh? Tell him to get out and come back in. You can't hear me this whole time?
I'll have to message me later then.
Why are you just now saying this?
It's just fucking limeys. It's just fucking internet connection.
Yeah, fair play. If it was my end, I'd be doing the fucking same.
I can see Enzo and Luke and you. And
I came in and out.
Everyone else
can't
see.
You tell him to come in and out. Tell him to pop in and out.
Alien,
blue collar. Tell Luke.
Awesome. Still the best.
Look, you should pop in now. Enzo's saying pop in now.
Yeah.
You should come back.
Pop in and tell him to leave and pop back out.
Yeah, you should. He said leave and come back in.
Refresh the page.
I think I might just fucking
blue collar. Tell him to refresh
anyway
the page.
Now.
I did.
Tell him again. Make sure he hears you.
I don't think he can hear us.
Blue collar.
I can hear you, blue collar.
Okay, tell him refresh the page.
Enzo was saying you should try refreshing your page, and you could
right now just to see what happens.
Yeah, just see what happens. I can. Wes, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Okay. For some reason, it's like
he's
Enzo,
not refreshing his page. He's just not listening. Are you listening? Ask him.
Enzo and Luke can't hear each other. It's fucking hilarious.
Let's see again. He's barely mentioning that. He's barely mentioning that he hasn't been able to hear or see me the whole stream.
Holy shit! I can't wait to rewatch this.
Well, I thought it was funny how he kept talking over me, and I didn't really care. I was like, whatever.
Oh, he's just being a prick.
No, I thought it was more like maybe he can't hear me or hear me too well, or I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway,
the technical difficulties.
I don't give a shit, you guys.
Yeah, no,
It's
it
fun
was-
watching Aliens. Ownership of this motion picture
Yeah.
is protected by copyright and other applicable laws. Hell yeah.
So let's Lucas back in. So there goes Wes too. Jesus Christ.
Good God. Everyone's just leaving. All right. Well, I guess we'll figure it out next
So-
time then.
So Enzo, so here it goes. Wow, he's back.
Yeah. So now can you hear me and see me?
Yeah, I can see
It was your end the whole time. How long were you not able to hear me?
a long time. Fuck it.
It's so funny how you I thought you were
still getting
talking
used
over
to
me a
this
bit.
laptop.
You were
I am.
talking
Oh,
over me a
right.
bit, and I thought I was like, oh, whatever.
I'm still
But you
getting
should have
used
said
to the
something
laptop.
earlier. You should have said something earlier. And like I said, I had multiple
No.
times where I refreshed because I was having someone saying, "Oh, there's an issue" or
I,
something.
I thought he
Wow.
was off. I thought he was just fucking busy doing something else. Then.
Oh Christ.
No,
Oh,
no.
Wow.
This is great
Wow.
comedy.
Yeah.
Well,
getting
I
used to the
bet
laptop
his
still,
wife,
I am.
his wife. Yeah. Oh, you're on the fucking. Oh, you're on the telly with that fucking dirty greaser, not with that
Yeah, on
wop.
the telly.
Oh, you're on
Oh,
there
yeah.
with him.
I was here the whole movie talking a lot,
Yeah, he
and
was.
Yeah. I'll have to
Yeah.
watch. I'll rewatch
God
later.
damn it, Luke. Luke, it's 4 in the fucking morning, isn't it? Isn't it 4 in the morning, Luke?
yeah, it is over there.
Yeah, it's
I'll be
supposed to be
damned.
going out. That's not going to happen though.
Now it's 2 in over there. It's 2:30. It's 3 in
Holy
the morning.
Christ.
Yeah, no, actually, yeah, it's
It's
quarter to
2:45.
3.
Whenever
shit.
you whenever you watch this, it's gonna be a lot of fun now.
Yeah.
There's no one that shit.
That'll be the supercut. Is
always
all the
a-
times,
it's
all the times like blue, all the time he talks over me, and at the end be like, I can't hear Enzo, by the way.
It's
And then
always
me
fun
like,
when
you
the sitters ask the law.
You haven't been able to see or hear me the whole
No.
stream, and you didn't say anything.
Yeah, I'm going.
I think you might have mentioned it once or twice. Like,
Holy
I think
Christ.
Enzo can't hear Enzo very much, but anyway.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, at least I
that's-
know what to do now. I know what
That's
to do.
kind-
Yeah,
that's
now
good
you'd be
idea.
like, "Hey guys,
Lord.
I can't hear him.
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah.
see him."
So overall,
figure it out.
Yeah.
did this bullshit panel? Did everyone like the director's cut?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I love the director.
I love the directs. Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
like honestly, I don't mind the LV246 stuff. I don't
Where's-
mind it. I like it
What the hell is Wes doing? Jesus
Mm.
Christ!
as long as we're all seeing the same thing. See, the thing is, if you come in, and you're like, "Hey, why is this screen like what earlier when I was like, hey, why? Well, did you hear? Did Luke? Luke, were you able? Were you hearing me when I said, "Hey,
Yeah.
are you able to see?" I'm not seeing Chris
No, I
sharing the
didn't.
screen. Okay,
Yeah.
you didn't hear me say that.
No.
Ah,
No, I heard. That's
there
why
was
I
a
put-
part in the movie where I was like, "Hey guys, are we able to see
my
Blue Collar's
God.
screen? Because he's sharing a screen and I'm not seeing anything." And everyone was like,
Okay.
"I see what's going on. I
Maybe-
see what he's
maybe-
sharing."
because I'm
And I was
hosting.
like, "Oh, well,
Yeah.
I'll
I think it
refresh
was,
my page."
I think it was maybe like the last 10 minutes when he went black on me.
Oh Christ!
Oh,
this
my
was
end,
Well,
funny.
that's not too bad. That's not too bad.
Yeah.
This was I just
But I'll rewatch anyway later, you know.
Holy
I missed
shit.
what you said.
yeah,
I know what to do now. Reload the page.
no, it was
worst
okay.
case scenario. Yeah, when in doubt, refresh the page.
No, at some
Um,
point I go with Enzo. Eventually we should watch Alien 3. No, I remember being a teenager. I didn't hate Alien 3, and
I don't like the director's cut of Alien 3. I like
Really?
the theatrical
Okay.
cut of Alien 3. In fact, I think the opposite. Where, I mean, yes, the director's cut the easier one to find now with the bull.
Yeah.
I like the dog.
Yeah,
I like the dog alien. I like the fact that the dog gets impregnated and gives birth to the dog alien. I don't like the bull alien.
Hmm.
You'd think an ox alien.
yeah,
You'd think the ox alien would have horns and shit. You know, that'd be cool.
true. Yeah, but
But I do like the quadrupedal dog alien design. It's so cool.
yeah,
It's so slick and slinky. It's
Yeah.
it's very
well, I mean, the biggest
cat-like.
remember the big controversy was Sigourney Weaver shaving her head. Like that was like what was it? She got paid like 12.
It wasn't a real controversy. She was just like, I want more money to do it. And they're like,
Yeah.
oh, cool.
That's what I'm saying,
Gotcha.
but that was the big. But that was like
Cost
she-
you $100,000 to shave your head. Pff, easy money. But
Yeah,
then
but
she also had to shave it for months, you know.
yeah, that's yeah. But she was like doing press dockets and stuff. I was seeing like news back then, magazines and stuff, and fucking different TV
Well, here's
shows.
the thing. If you
Okay,
could pull
let's-
off a shaved head, you can pull off any hairstyle.
Yeah,
If you could pull off the shaved head, that's the litmus test.
Hmm.
Like Natalie Portman, like she shaved her head in V for Vendetta, and it's like, yeah, you can
Mm.
shed, you have any haircut that way. If you look good bald. Sorry guys, big
Oh,
storm hit. Oh, R.I.P.
yeah.
Is that a big tornado in Kansas
Oh,
hitting?
God, hopefully Twister.
Twister?
So,
It's a twister. It's a twister.
he's got Bill Paxton helping him out.
Yeah.
I like how we quoted Twister and fucking Northern English Bastard just quoting Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
It's a Twister, Dorothy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
Dorothy.
Fun
I thought it
stream.
was airplane.
Oh,
Fun time.
Yeah, because he does it to me.
We had some good comedy moments. Enzo, the whole fucking Ripley and Newt going at it. So
Okay, now that's ruined the film for me now. I will never watch that the same fucking
It doesn't
way
ruin the
again.
movie. It just ruins Hollywood for you.
I still love this film. I still love it.
I'm gonna try my best to see if I can try to keep like a loser's real 3-minute clip, but it's hard with this shit. So, but no, like we said, it's a 2.5 hour film, and yeah, good. I mean, half the movie you've never seen aliens, so it's not until basically the last half of the film. So, yeah.
Yep. Couldn't agree more.
See, is he back finally?
Yeah, sorry, we had a big storm. We had a big storm come through, and I had to get on my backup Wi-Fi.
I said, hey, you just have to call Bill Paxton. Help you out with the twister there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't even put that together.
Yeah, again, another one. They want to make a fucking sequel to Twister. It's only been 35 years.
Yeah, but tornadoes are always a thing. I mean, that's the thing.
Yeah,
I mean, the thing is, you just make another tornado movie, but just to capitalize on it, you just call it Twisters.
But it's like just why not make it when Bill Paxton was still fucking alive? Like,
well, I mean, Helen Hunt's still alive. Oh, her old ass is gonna show up. I was there with the F5 in fucking Kansas or whatever state it was.
Kansas.
Yep.
Does Twister take place in Kansas?
Yeah.
Yeah, Wakita and all that stuff. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So, Wes, any closing statements you want to give for this director's cut?
I still stand by my. I like the theatrical. I definitely think they could have kept the revelation of her daughter being gone in there, but everything else is kind of superfluous. Even the cool ass sentry guns. It's a little bloated. I mean, it was fun for me to do a rewatch with you guys because we got to fuck around and have fun with it. But if I was at home, I don't know that I'd even. I like the theatrical release is just really streamlined, and I enjoy it better.
Okay. Yeah.
Did that come? Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah. It's just fine. Anything Enzo and Luke. Well, you guys can talk now. So.
Well, I liked how.
It's great from a technical point of view as well. Just like all the fucking effort, the little things you wouldn't think of using, but Cameron did it though. That's what I like. That's what I like about him.
Yeah, practical effects are excellent in this film.
But what I used to like about him anyway.
It's just like a super coincidence that just yesterday, Cannoli Sasquatch and them were reviewing Alien.
Yeah, I watched it tonight.
We just happened to do Aliens today.
Yeah.
Like we didn't even plan that.
I didn't know that.
I guess. Well, I think we knew about it, but we just never clicked. Like we were doing them the same day. At least.
I mean, sometimes that stuff is a happy coincidence. Sometimes it's obviously that what is it called, the thing Russell and them do. They did a rewatch of
the Kill Bill,
the first one.
That was the anniversary, so that made sense.
Right? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like sometimes it's on purpose, and some, it's not like we didn't bust out a My Cousin Vinny a couple weeks ago. So I mean, I don't know.
We should start doing all the two host movies like as they're doing them, like before they do them. I'm kidding.
Yeah, one's White Earp, one's Tombstone.
That'd be fun.
Oh, the thing where they have the two movies that have a similar theme.
We should have done Shaun of the Dead today because that's what they're doing Saturday. So it's like, that would have been so funny.
Oh,
so many.
I mean, there's really no comparison. They'll take one scene and talk about it for like an hour and a half, and it's
I mean, I don't mind that. I don't mind this idea, like with like pause, talk about the movie for a bit, play a little bit more, pause, talk more, like the EFAP style.
Yeah,
but like this, like what we're doing is more like commentary.
Yeah. What did the one? Didn't we get a comment one time where they were like, "This is our stream is giving Mystery Science Theater 3000 vibes."
Yeah, when people constantly see the footage,
when
they see footage,
I took it as a compliment. Yeah, I took it as.
Well, yeah. Well, I just felt like when people see footage, they feel like they know where we are in the movie. So it's like a watch along. So, but yeah. So next week is the last week of Halloween. It's officially Halloween on our Tuesday. So yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Trick or treat. Hey, are you guys? I'm gonna not use my avatar. I'm gonna actually dress up.
Yeah, I'm gonna dress up.
Yeah, what are we gonna like? What time should this be? I mean, are we dealing with trick or treaters? Should we do it late night? I'm thinking
that's up to you guys. Like I said,
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Late night or super early. I think because fucking, or I mean, we could probably do it like decent time. But I mean, what movie are we watching? Trick or Treat. It's 2 hour long movie.
Now, is
Yeah,
that the one?
We can watch it at 6 again, 6 to 8.
Yeah.
Give us time to still do.
Yeah, we can do that.
But
we can do that.
I don't know if trick or treaters aren't even a fucking thing anymore now, and now it's like trunk or treat.
I mean, usually in my neighborhood, it's usually trick or treaters with guns and knives, but it's
yeah. This idea that trick or treaters like trick or treaters come after it gets dark, but sometimes it's like fucking they start coming around 5 p.m. and shit.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, we still.
Well, out here in Kansas, they do come out at night mostly.
Yeah. All right. So, for West died out again.
I didn't. I died out.
Enzo died.
Enzo just disappeared.
Oh,
What the fuck is happening over there?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Let's kill us to 255. So we got 30 seconds and I'll kill the stream exactly 255. And so I'm going to listen to, when I sober up, Canoe Sasquatch and back to ours. And definitely, Wes, give this a rewatch because of the fact that for a good hour and a half, Enzo and Luke couldn't hear each other.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
It's going to make the rewatch so much better.
Always end in disaster. They do.
You fucking idiot.
I figured it out now. I'm only semi-idiot.
All right, guys. Well, we'll see you next week. And this was a ton of fun as always. And great.
Yeah, take care, man.
All right, man.
Take care, both of you.